What the heck happened? Oh, good morning, good morning. Sit down. Sit all the way the fuck down. Alright, hold on. Good morning, whoever's in here. What the fuck is this asshole's name? Alright. I had a headache. I should have taken some Advil, huh? Well, maybe next time. Alright. Alright. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get myself organized here, so just give me a second. I can't see you guys. I cannot see chat. I cannot see chat. Excuse me. And now my computer's spinning, so I really can't see it. Okay. There's nobody in here. There's literally nobody in here. Well, it says 3 people, but... Oh, there's Crystal Long Chevy. And there's the other Crystal. Crystal with a K and Crystal with a C. Good morning. What's up, River of No Return, a.k.a. Soldier. Blama's here. Blama. I'm here. Tinkerdean's here. I'm so tired. I shouldn't be, but we just got back from, what's up, Remy? How you doing? We just got back from Detroit. That was the longest car ride of my life. Nah, I don't know. It was pretty close to driving to Quebec, but holy shit. Detroit is a really cool city, though. I don't know. We didn't go in the whole city, but we were obviously near the ice rinks because we were there for hockey. But holy shit. I love their fucking arena. It's so cool. Like the design of it. It's like a very retro, old kind of looking, but new. I don't know, really pretty, really cool state. And then the Tiger Stadium, we saw that, and that's really cool. So I can now mark. Hold on, I gotta let the dog out. He's being a pain in the butt. He wants to go outside. Just give me a second. So I'll probably be getting up 20 more times. You want to go out? Go ahead. All right. Sorry about that. Anyway, I can mark Detroit off of my list. I've never been there before, but holy shit, what the fuck is going on here? Okay, but now I can mark it off. I've been to Michigan, and I've been, yeah, I don't know how you say it. Is it Comerica Park? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I can mark Michigan off of my, places I've never been list, and it's the furthest west I ever drove in the United States. I didn't drive, my husband drove, but I'm just saying. So that was pretty cool. And I've been to Ohio. I mean, we kind of passed through it, but I could say I've been to Ohio now, which I never have. I never drove through Ohio before. What the fuck is on my closet? So anyway, yeah, so pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And it was so nice there. Oh my God, the weather there was like so beautiful. I'm just so used to like the humidity here. And I was like, wow, I could breathe. It's nice. But yeah, so we were away from Thursday to yesterday. We got home last night, but I was just so tired. I don't know why. Usually when we go away, I have like no problem sleeping. But for some reason, Saturday night, I could not fall asleep. And we got up 5 a.m. Saturday morning, right? And I still couldn't sleep, dude. I don't know. I was like, you know what? Maybe I think I was just like overtired. So I couldn't fall asleep that night. So I was up until like 5 a.m. I mean, not 5 a.m. I was up until like 1 or 2. And then we had to get up 5 a.m. yesterday again, which I was glad about because, we had an early game and then we just drove home. Because, like, neither one of me or my husband likes to drive at night. And, dude, Route 80, which stretches from pretty much New York to fucking... not New York, it's Jersey, but it's, like, almost borderline Manhattan. Stretches, all the way to San Francisco, I think it does. Like, dude, that's a scary fucking road. There's big trucks, and in a lot of spots, it gets, like, real tight. And especially through Pennsylvania. Dude, Pennsylvania is just a fucking huge state. My God, it is huge. So, hello everybody coming in. I watched, yeah, that's what we're going to go over because I fucking caught, I tried to catch a little bit of Laura's live yesterday on the way home from the other day. I know she went live again, but like, dude, shut the fuck up, Laura, sit the fuck down. But we're going to get to that. But anyway, Pennsylvania is a really fucking long state, dude. It just feels like you're driving forever, but it's a beautiful state. I mean, it really is. Ohio, no offense to any of you Ohioans out there, but it was boring. there's just nothing to look at. It's just like, corn, and you're like, oh shit, look, corn. Oh, more corn. So I never saw so many onions in my life. I will say that. Dude, we passed, yesterday on the way home, dude, we must have passed, I want to say 10 or more trucks carrying onions. It was the weirdest thing. I'm like, dude, didn't we just pass this truck? Like, I felt like we kept passing the same truck, but it wasn't. But there was like, I never saw onions on a truck like that. I know it sounds so stupid, but like, hello, Long Island life, I never seen anything like it. I'm like, yo, dude, there's a lot of onions. Like, I'm like, is Ohio or Pennsylvania known for their, like, onions? I don't know. I just never saw so many fucking onions in my life. Like, you guys don't understand. Long Island's a really small place. So, like, when you leave and you come out of the city and then you see, like, the rest of the country and how, like, beautiful it is, you're like, oh my God, because Long Island's just like houses and buildings, dude. There's just like, there's not a lot of like land and scenery, unless you go to the beach or something. I mean, it's beautiful on the shore, but like when you're inland, like there's just not much to look at. It's a boring place. So like going outside of Long Island, you just see a lot of things that you're not used to seeing because, every place is so spacious, it's just like beautiful to see trees and land and, Long Island obviously has trees and land, but I'm just saying, like, it's just like, it's very flat. And so there's not a lot to look at, but, not a lot of like rivers and you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just not a lot of scenery. So going out west is really cool. Cause like, it's very scenic, So anyway, I'm sure even when you go further out west, like towards, like the western part of the country. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Lisa. Hi, everybody that came in, Pugs. It's just beautiful. But anyway, I catch a little of Laura's live because I was obviously like keeping up with people over the weekend. Discord, they're like, oh my God, Laura's, fucking running her fucking mouth again. I guess so I didn't catch the whole thing. I caught like, I really like a short amount because like me and my husband were talking obviously the whole way home and I didn't want to like just put headphones in and not talk to him. That's kind of fucking rude while he's driving, So, which is amazing that we had things to talk about for fucking 10 hours, but we did. But then like towards like the last hour of the trip, well, not the last hour. Once we hit New York, I don't know what it is, but whenever I come back to New York, I fucking hate this place, like, when I'm here. But then when I come home, I see, like, the big, beautiful buildings. I just see the city, and, like, I don't know what it does. It just, like, revives me. And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm, like, home sweet home. Like, I just love seeing the New York City skyline. Like, that's home. Like, no matter if I ever move out of the state, that is always going to be the symbolism of home to me, is the New York City skyline. Like, I just fucking love it. And it's just like, it's so crazy as you're driving from like these other cities, like Detroit, it's a city, but it's like so small compared to New York, and it's just like when you see New York, we were saying this yesterday in the car when we were crossing over the George Washington Bridge. My husband's like, could you imagine like seeing this for the first time? Like, you've never been here and then you come here and you see the city for the first time, because it is fucking overwhelming, dude. The cars, the traffic, the noise, the smell, like you're just like, holy shit. But like, that's home to me. Like, this is my home and it will always be my home. And it's just like, I don't know, something about seeing the city just like revives you. You're like, I'm home. It's such a beautiful sight to see, I'm like, Long Island, here I am, but it is beautiful out in the rest of the country. It is. But anyway, all right. I don't know why the fuck I was just talking about that, but I think it was like the last like hour in Jersey. I tried to fall asleep because I was just like done being in the car. But, I was listening to Laura in my headphone, and, I listened to maybe like 20 minutes, a half hour or so. And I'm like, dude, she is something else. But I guess she got the response from the girl Brittany that she was looking for. Okay. Let me just explain this to you, because somebody sent me a video that Mandy made, and I might play that in a little bit, but let me just explain this to you. And Mandy knows it too. And yeah, me and Mandy, like, we're cordial with each other. We're not friends, but we're cordial. We can be cool with each other, but fucking, she knows the cycle of Laura, dude. It's always the same cycle, man. It's like, I'm going to stand up for this person, right? But then I'm going to like, to get attention. If I don't get attention that way, then I'm going to go the opposite route. So, she went from like standing up to the girl, for the girl, to now like saying, oh, she's on pills and all this other shit. And I don't even fucking care if she's right or wrong, but I knew that this was going to happen. You know, she does this shit all the time. She sees somebody else getting attention. She like needs a piece of it. She needs a piece of the pie, right? To fucking get that attention. So it's like the same cycle. And basically, Mandy was saying the same thing. It's just like, you know, shocker. Like, Laura just does not know how to make friends on this fucking platform. And I don't get it. I mean, it's not that hard, dude, Laura. But she seems to like, I heard the guy Sinner turned on her. And I'm like, Laura, why can't you fucking just like not be a dick to everybody on this platform? Like, I just don't understand. But it's not even like she just like, okay, everybody has to get to know people, right? So you might listen to somebody and like them at first and then decide later on, okay, this person's really not for me. But like, she fucking has to actively fight with these people. Like, but we all know why it's being done. It's being done for, you know, for attention, obviously, because Laura's broke and she's been saying it. She was straight up begging for Cash App. So, I mean, so I'm trying to think of, I think it was this live. Oh, you know what? I think I screenshot it so I knew where to fucking, we don't really need to listen to the whole entire thing. So I know she went live last night. I saw that this morning, but I'm not going to play that one because she was just playing somebody else's video. I don't even know who it was. I didn't watch it. So, all right. So let me click on this one. Because, you know, here's Laura just fucking, bro, you'll see. She's just fucking infuriating. Just shut the fuck up already, Laura. Hold on. Hold on. She's playing in my fucking ear. Let me just make sure I'm in the right one. Hold on a second. God, my head does hurt right now. I should have taken Advil. Where the fuck did I screenshot this? It had to be after the game. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Is this the right? All right. I'm on the right one. And it was... I put a timestamp because there's like a whole chunk of this I don't think we need to listen to. So hold on a second. I'm going to start at the beginning just because it's kind of funny. And then I'm going to skip a little bit. So let me share this with you guys. Laura can't keep friends. No, she can't, dude. I don't think she wants to, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Laura values connections with people at all. You know, like, she doesn't, I don't think, first of all, when I say friends, I think I use the term loosely. Like, I don't think she actually makes, like, friendships with these people. She tries to, you know, like, she tried to go make friends with the Sinner guy. I don't know what happened there. I heard he took her wrench away. You know, like, that didn't last long. That must have been, like, last week sometime, right? And, I don't think she values friendships with people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I heard that. She said she had a patient. I'm like, Laura, you do not have a patient. I think her brain is just fried, honestly. I think she just misuses words a lot. I'm like, yeah, you have a patient. That's like a scary thought. First of all, let me just say this. Even her fucking little emoji stupid thing that she has, whatever this thing is, avatar, is dressed badly. Like, really? A maroon and maroon turtleneck with pink hair and a fucking blazer top. Like, yeah, okay. Oh my god. She can't even dress with white glasses. Like, she can't even dress an emoji to look cool, bro. She's just got no style, man. Alright, let's just press play here.
Alright, I don't have a lot of time because I have to work.
She has to work. She has to work. Oh, by the way, did you guys do your homework and watch that? This just reminded me. The Netflix series Unknown Number. We're gonna talk about that this week. I got some stuff to do, but I definitely will find some time to get a live going and we'll discuss that. But let's just do this. I don't know what happened. She just disappeared, so.
The fuck?
Okay. I see Lindsay watched it.
Take two.
I see Denise watched it. All right. We're going to talk about it. I thought the CBS caller was making bank with her candle business. Well, blank screen, and how you doing, blank screen? Long time no see. I think, you know, I heard her say in a live, I think it was last week, she was like, you know, I'm going to try the candle thing for another year. And so that tells me right there that she ain't making shit, because, like, it's obviously not working out, you know, the way she planned. So, at least in my eyes.
All right. It should be good.
All right, Laura, get to the point.
So I don't have a lot of time.
Okay, we heard you.
So we're going to make this
is infuriating.
As quick as possible. That's why I went live on a last minute dime, because it'll be easier, because I know there won't be a lot of chatters. So last night I promoted the fuck out of Moon, and I regret that decision today.
I don't know who Moon is. I have no fucking idea who these people are. I've heard the name. I don't know who it is.
Let me back up. One thing you're never going to get with me.
By the way, if you have misophonia, I think that's what it's called, right? I'm just warning you, there's going to be a lot of mouth noises.
Someone that's fake. One thing you're not going to get with me is someone that likes someone just for views. Okay, just to get their subs.
Bro, that is the biggest... All right. We've all been around in this community with Laura for years, okay? That's exactly what you do, Laura. That's exactly what you do. Is that you don't necessarily have to like somebody for. All right, well, I'll just let her play, because you know what? She's gonna say more, and you guys are gonna just be like, I'm sure most of you guys listen to this, but it's just like, bro, what? No self-awareness.
I've never been that way. I will never be that way. Whether you like me or not, I'm as real as they come. And that is something that is so fucking rare on these streets.
So fucking, dude, I'm a fucking diamond in the rough, okay? It's so fucking rare.
And you know what? I'll stand by that. Now, hey, Phoenix. A long time ago, and I've told this story before, but a long time ago, John Crimes said, when John Crimes first came to the scene, I don't know if a lot of you guys know who he is. He was hanging out with Molly a lot. And I don't remember exactly how it transpired, but he had said to me, you know, I don't understand why you don't fake it until you get to where you want to be, which at the time was 100,000 subs.
This does not sound like anything John Crimes would ever say. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
I said, John, I will never fake being who I am. You will never see me like someone to get their subs. You will never see me sit there and beg for super chat.
Hey, Tony, how are you? I was just thinking about you the other day.
Chats for dog food or anything like that.
Wait. What? Let me rewind this.
I am. You will never see me like someone to get their subs. You will never see me sit there and beg for super chats for dog food or anything like that.
Oh, no, you just beg for everything else. Maybe not for dog food. But you were just like, oh, I need cash apps. She don't want super chats anymore. She's making it known because, you know, she doesn't want YouTube getting that fucking 30% cut that they take. She wants fucking straight up cash apps. And you are begging. But okay. She's a renegade.
People want to give me money? Great. If they don't, great. I'm okay either way.
Right, because Laura's like, I don't, you know, she wants money and attention. Both are good for her. They both feed her fucking ego either way.
You're not going to see me do a bash for cash?
Yeah, why aren't you green? You were just begging for cash the other day, dude. You were, for cash apps.
Not call something out that I see, and you're not going to see me be fake to everybody to fit in with the crowd or to get better numbers. No, I have the opposite belief. Build it and they will come.
Field of Laura over here. Field of Laura. Laura, you built it. You fucking crashed it down. Okay, you were, well, I'm sorry. You didn't really build it. You had like a half-ass stadium done, we'll say, okay? You filled it up a little bit, and then you burnt it to the fucking ground by calling CPS and other things. And now you're trying to rebuild it in another, like, community, and you already burnt it to the ground. Oh, my God.
I have always been that way, and I will stand by that. I don't play these YouTube games like other people do.
Oh, my God. Oh my God, Laura, all you do is play YouTube games. It's all you do.
I don't share screenshots like other people do.
Excuse me? That was another thing I heard. I think it was in Mandy's video. Laura's like, I don't hold on to screenshots. Now, first of all, okay, I don't know. The only people that get mad about people that hold on to screenshots are people who, like, don't want their own words being used against them, right? That's the only reason you would get mad. Cause like I don't like hold on to screenshots for like any reason. I screenshot when people come to my page and they say fucked up shit to me, I screenshot it, okay? And then it just stays in my phone, dude. And it's in there, it's in my iCloud account, you know, it goes up and fucking goes to the cloud. I'm not a deleter, I'm a hoarder. Like I hoard fucking everything. So but the only people that are mad about it are the people who are they're being used against. Of course they're gonna be mad because they're like, oh shit, you know, I'm a liar, you know. But like, I don't fucking care. You can keep screenshots. That's great. Who fucking cares? Like, does it affect your life if other people, you know, keep screenshots? But she's such a liar because she's like, oh, I don't keep screenshots. Then Mandy played in a video where she's like, oh, I have these from a year ago and I'll show them. So it's like, yeah, okay, Laura. And we all know you have a screenshot room in your fucking Discord. So shut the fuck up, dude. You don't keep screenshots.
I don't. I just.
Yeah, screenshots are currency on YouTube. No, screenshots are fucking receipts on YouTube. Right? Like, you could prove yourself what you said, what other people said on YouTube, so that nobody can fucking call you out and be like, oh, you know, you said this, and, you know, you're like, nope, here's exactly what I said. Or, you know, I really only keep the one, like, screenshots that if somebody sends to me, it's going to be in my phone because they sent it to me. Or if I take a screenshot, it's never going to delete. I don't delete things off my phone. Every picture I've ever taken is on my phone. Even when I, like, accidentally take pictures, it's still there. It's just, I don't know. I don't sit there deleting shit because I don't need to. I have plenty of room on my phone and on my iCloud account. So, you know, maybe one day I'll fucking sit there deleting things, but I really don't fucking care to waste time deleting fucking pictures out of my phone.
Just don't fit in with this community because I'm not dirty like them. And I don't play this bullshit like them.
She's not dirty. She's just a CPS caller, guys.
And again, I'm
Wendy.
perfectly okay with that.
Hey, Anastasia, Jules, sorry, CK,
so,
Pugs, Science Girl.
A couple of years ago, a subscriber at Patreon came to me and said, you have got to see this. You have to call this out.
Okay.
And it was Cam and Allie doing drugs. On screen, you like kind of like hiding behind Summer Wells.
Oh my god, dude.
I went fucking ballistic. The whole community turned on me.
Bro, like, that's not what happened, but okay. Yeah, I went ballistic. No, you feigned, is it fiend or feigned? Oh my god, I can't even, feigned, right? Outrage over it, right? Because everybody knows Laura really couldn't care less, okay? About fucking somebody doing coke because she claims she's a proud addict, which I've never fucking heard. I've heard of people say they're a proud recovering addict, but I've never heard of somebody, like, bragging about being proud to be an addict, because that's just fucking weird. Like, nobody's proud of that. Everybody's ashamed of being an addict that I know of. You know, like, nobody wants to even admit it, let alone be fucking bragging about it, because it sucks to be addicted to something, you know? So it's like, I don't know, Laura seems to think it's a flex of some type. You know, she's like bragging about, oh, I do coke, you know, I did coke. Laura, you were not a fucking cokehead, girl. You never had cocaine type of money. I think she just says that she did coke to make it seem like she fucking had money or some shit. Cause like, I really think she's like, the other day I heard her say that and it might be in this live, I forgot, but she's like saying that she does Adderall to replace coke or something so that she doesn't do coke. And I'm thinking in my head, like, first of all, I've never heard anybody draw that comparison that, like, oh yeah, Adderall is just like cocaine. Like, I don't know, I never heard anybody say that. But then again, a lot of people, you know, don't really talk about their cocaine usage. But like, I think it was meth, dude. Honestly, that makes more sense to me. If you're using Adderall to replace your meth addiction, since they both have amphetamines in them, like, that makes more sense to me than coke. But like, girl, you dated two meth heads. Like, the writing's on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, your baby daddies are meth heads. You've told us this several times. You even admitted to using meth, you know, with him. So the writing's on the wall with that one. I think she thinks cocaine's looked at as like a cooler, higher class drug, so that's why she uses it. But I do not. If she was even addicted to anything, I think it was meth. It wasn't fucking coke, dude. Cocaine's expensive.
The whole community said I didn't know what I was talking about. How dare I? How dare I accuse someone of being on drugs? Okay, I know what I know, and I know what I see.
Okay.
Everybody said, you don't know what you're talking about. How dare you? I knew exactly what the fuck I was talking about.
In that instance, in that instance that Laura was talking about, yes, those people use drugs, yes. But the instance she was talking about, she was 100% wrong, dude. That was actually one of the first videos I made when I came back to YouTube after the CPS call. I think it's on my other channel, about Laura calling these people out. And I'm like, dude, they're clearly not doing drugs in the video. Like, that instance where she said they were snorting something, they weren't. She was wrong.
Hey, True Texan. Much like I know Brittany is taking prescription pills. Yes, I know it. People don't want to believe it. That's on them. The truth will prevail and the truth will come out. They don't have to believe me. They can shun me. They can.
I'm pretty sure most of the people agree with you.
Unsubscribe from me. I don't give a fuck. You want to know why I don't give a fuck?
I don't give a fuck.
Because I know I'm right. And again, just like she didn't fall asleep and then it came out she was falling asleep. Just like she didn't go to a prescription pain place, but she did go to a prescription pain place. Just like every other lie she's told to hide her own addiction, her taking prescription pills will come out. And again, there's nothing wrong if a doctor is giving her prescription pills.
Are you fucking kidding me, Laura? You don't think that prescription pills could be abused? Shut up, dude.
The problem is she's a fucking liar. That's the problem. And anyone that's lying like that is in active addiction because there's no reason for her to lie about it. So it will come out, just like every scammer that I've called out.
I don't know why it's any of her business. That's a great question.
Everybody told me, you're so wrong. We're going to denounce you. We're kicking you out, blah, blah, blah.
Nobody ever fucking said that, but okay.
When it all came out, guess who was right? Yep, I was. And this didn't happen once or twice. This happened continually. Over and over and over again.
Laura, you are a liar too. Should we assume that you are also in active addiction? Yeah, she is. She is. She kind of admits it.
So you don't have to like me, but my track record on calling out scammers speaks for itself.
Speaks for itself.
And do I have a list on my own? No. But the truth is, you can find it. And it's one of the reasons that I built so much hate against me is...
Yeah, she had somebody mail her Adderall.
Because when it turns out that I'm right...
She ran out early. And mind you, Laura will not take, like, generic Adderall. She'll only take, like, the regular, like, brand name one. So she probably overpays for her prescriptions because she says that I don't know, she seems to claim that the generic one doesn't fucking do anything for her.
Right? People get mad. And people get pissed.
That, to me, that's addict behavior right there because it's like, she says that it doesn't work, the generic one. So that tells me right there that that's fucking addict behavior because you're seeking out something stronger.
Yes, that I've been right. So again, I did not turn on Brittany. I don't really care if you don't like what I had to say about Brittany. I didn't say anything bad. I said what I felt and what I see with my own eyes.
But why do you even, like, why are you even involved in this?
And if people can't handle what I see with my own eyes and what I know from personal experience, I'm sorry.
Here's the problem. All these people, Laura does this all the time. She acts like she gives a fuck about other people in addictions, but to me, calling them out and shaming them for their addiction is like, that's not fucking helping them, dude. If you actually care, contact the person privately and then talk about it with them privately, okay? And try to get them help. Calling it out on YouTube and shaming them as an addict, Laura, you should know this, is just gonna make them fucking use more, dude. It's just gonna be more triggering. So, like, why the fuck? I don't even understand why you fucking even are talking about this, honestly. I really don't.
Hey, you're wrong. And at first, I wasn't sure.
In all fairness, though, I did see a video of the girl. It looked like she was nodding out. To me, it looks like something. But here's the thing. Like, I forgot what I was going to say. I don't know. I saw it because Laura played it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know the girl. I don't know her. I don't know her story. I don't listen to her. It's not my business, really. Honestly, I really don't fucking, like, it doesn't affect me. So I don't know why she even cares is my thing. You know what I'm saying? She was calling people out like just 2 weeks ago, I feel like, about this. And then now she's like joining it. It's just so weird. But that's Laura. That's the fucking cycle of Laura. It's like, let me call somebody else. If I don't get attention, hey, Purple Rain, if I don't get attention that way, I'll get it, I'll go the opposite direction and get it. She just wants their money.
I couldn't tell if I was right or wrong. So I said nothing. Once I was
nobody's turning to Laura for help, Wendy. Nobody.
Able to see it, point out blank, yeah, she's taking prescription pills. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Why she's lying about it, that's the problem.
Laura, let me just tell you something, okay? If you're taking prescription pain medication, my mom was on fentanyl and all these other hardcore pain medications. If you are nodding out on your prescription pain medication, then that is a sign that you're taking way too much of it, okay? My mom didn't start nodding out until we were in the hospital and they put her on Dilaudid. That's when she started nodding out on her medication because she was on a pain pump, a high dose of it. But like, if you're nodding out on your prescriptions, that tells me you're abusing it. You shouldn't, at the normal dosage that you're taking, which is like what? Like, let's just say you got prescribed, I don't know, 10 milligrams. Usually when they give you painkillers, they give you like, you take, either, what is it, as needed every 4 hours or some shit like that. So if you're taking the one pill, you should not be fucking nodding out on that shit. Okay? If you're taking it as directed by the doctor, you shouldn't be nodding out. Could it make you drowsy? Yes. But if somebody's nodding out on their pain pills, that means they're probably abusing it. So, like, what do you mean it's okay? It's okay.
Saying that she's just tired when she denied falling asleep for the longest fucking time. Oh, I thought you didn't fall asleep on streams. Why are you hiding falling asleep? Why is she hiding everything? I'll tell you why.
Well, she's clearly not hiding it. I mean, I saw a clip that you played.
That's active addiction. People that are in active addiction lie, and more lie. And they lie to cover.
So, are you in active addiction?
Up their own addiction. It's addiction 101.
I genuinely think that BJ is mentally exhausted. She's going live far too much. Then she's monitoring her boyfriend when he goes live. Oh, I didn't know the boyfriend went live. A break would be what I advise. Dude, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in that girl's life. I don't watch her. I just saw a clip that Laura played. I don't know. But if you're that tired, obviously, like, get off, hey, Miss Blue, get off your live. Like, why are you even live? I don't know.
So for those of you that are over in Moon's chat that are like, we don't like what Laura had to say, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I don't care. You obviously don't understand addiction, lying with addiction, how it all works, the cycles, and hopefully you don't know. And it's okay if you don't know.
This pisses me off. I have health issues that make me fall asleep. I tire easily. I can fall asleep anywhere, anytime. Laura joined the Bash Britney bandwagon for cash. Yeah, pretty much. You're probably right. Yeah, like, how do you know she doesn't have a thyroid issue, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know the girl, but I'm just saying, like, how do you not, like, what if she has a thyroid issue that just makes you that tired? She has hypothyroid. Like, you don't know, dude. Why are you even talking about this, Laura? We know it's not out of care. We know you don't give a fuck. Oh, Wendy, that was so funny now that you just said that. I never watched BJ. Let me just say this loud and clear. I have never watched BJ, so I have no idea, but I still think she's allowed to have her privacy about her meds. Yeah, she shouldn't have to tell the whole internet what kind of medication she takes and why, but here's the funny thing. She's like calling, this was recently, she's like, oh, why doesn't Wendy, why aren't you calling out, Queen Bee or this or Clue or whoever? And I'm like, I don't even think Wendy watches these people or pays attention to any of these people. What do you mean, why? Why isn't she calling them out? She doesn't know what's happening. She doesn't watch them.
No. But if you do know, and you're sitting there telling me I'm wrong, I question how much about addiction you actually know.
Oh my God, Laura.
I am dumbfounded at some of the people and some of the comments that I saw in Moon's chat. And I wasn't even there long. Yeah, I was only in there for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, on your account. And you probably came back on your troll accounts. I know, Laura always wanting me to call people out and then at the same time says I'm irrelevant. Yeah, it's like, make your mind up, girl.
And then Moon does a poll that says, should we block Laura? Don't worry, Moon. I'll never be in your fucking chat again. You'll never hear from me again. I will never contact you again. I will not fuck with you again. You don't have to worry about it. I see exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, you don't agree with me.
and why you're doing it, and I don't fuck with
I don't watch QB or Clue or even Laura for that matter. Yeah, exactly. I don't watch any of these people that she's talking about.
fake like that. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, she does need a hobby.
Angela was one of the people that just turned on Britney so badly. Gave Queen Bee all this mod talk and all these messages and all this other stuff. And sticking up for Queen Bee didn't work out for Moon, did it? Well, now what's she gonna do? So she goes over to Britney.
Oh my God, dude.
Stoned as a motherfucker last night. It was hard to listen to. But Moon admits she gets high. Hey, on. Moon admits she gets high. And
oh my God, Laura.
it was difficult to listen to last night on Britney's. But point being, and now all of a sudden Moon
The mouth noises are so fucking triggering, dude.
is all rah-rah Britney. She wasn't when she was sticking up for QB. That's the kind of shit I don't roll with. That's the kind of attitude. I know. How will I ever go on being Black to Moons? Hey, Chainsaw.
I have no idea who this person is that she's talking about. Moon was calling out the bullshit being done to Britney while she still supported QB, so that wasn't accurate. Oh, really?
You know, and like everyone warned me about Moon and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I was like, no, I told Sinner he was wrong. And I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about her. But I see how she is as a YouTuber, and that's not what I fuck with. Like I said, I don't do fake. I don't do sub poaching, where I'm just going to be nice to someone.
This is where I heard the other day. She doesn't do sub poaching. Now, it's so funny that she says this because it's like, why are you even saying this? Like, this is when Laura tells on herself, and she does this a lot, but like, she's like, oh, I don't do sub poaching. It's like, was anybody accusing you of doing sub poaching? Like, where the fuck did this just come from? But that's exactly what you do. That's exactly what you do. You go creep into these new chats because you see the numbers, because we hear you talking about the numbers and the money and all this shit. You creep into these chats, you try to make friends with people. If it doesn't work out, then you go the opposite way and you start calling them out. You know, like it's the cycle of Laura. She's been doing this since I've known her on here. Okay. So it's the same thing all the time. It's just like, let me just find new people to talk about so that I could get attention and get numbers. You know, that's really what it comes down to, and get money. Cause that's the ultimate goal, is the money. But I think she likes the attention too, you know? But yeah, you do.
So I can get their subs, so I can get their big money spenders. That's not me, and that will never be me.
That's exactly you, Laura. I mean, if I had to explain you on this platform, your behavior on this platform, that would be probably one of the first fucking things I would say about you. I would be like, oh, Laura, yeah, she's if somebody like that didn't know anything about, you know, this little fucking neck of the woods of YouTube, I would be like, yeah, oh, Laura, who's Laura? Oh, Laura's like this person, this creator, right? Who tries to get fucking everybody else's subscribers and, you know, tries to befriend people. Like, that would definitely be a big part of who the fuck you are if I had to explain you to somebody else. Like, really.
And like I said, I just don't roll like that at all.
It's exactly how you roll, dude. It's the same game.
And Lindsay, I'm also against everything that happened to Britney. Nobody said otherwise. And I've said that multiple times.
Multiple times.
But that doesn't take away from the fact of what I said.
Yeah, she brought up that BJ hasn't given her a shout out and hasn't helped her channel. Is that why she turned on her? Probably. Yeah, because that's her cycle, dude. Jessie Cat, I don't know how long you've been around, but like, that's the cycle of Laura. Like, she does this all the fucking time, dude. She takes up like the cause, right? And then when it doesn't work out for her, then she'll just turn on the person. Like, she's not getting what she needs out of this situation, she'll turn on him.
About Britney being on prescription pills. Plain and simple. The two do not have to. You can have two things that are true.
Two things are true. You're a CPS caller, and you're a fucking idiot.
Britney, it was a victim of harassment. Hands down. Totally never took that away from her. But there comes a point in everybody's career
career.
She could have stopped it. But instead, she kept going and going and going and going.
I love how Laura is giving this girl advice. Like, Laura, that's exactly what people used to tell you. But, like, you know, here you are, how many years later, still at it, still doing the same thing, just with new people.
Hence, where they are now, where she is now.
Yes, that's the cycle. She usually takes up for the underdog to get the hate watchers. Then, when they inevitably fall out, she turns on them. Dude, we could go back to Molly Go fucking Lightly, okay? Laura started off calling her out, right? Because she saw, like, other channels getting attention for that. And then she saw Barbie. And Barbie kept donating money to Molly Go Lightly. And Laura's like, oh, she kept saying to me, oh, I need to make friends with that person. I need to make friends with that person. I need to make friends with that person, right? And so then she saw an opportunity the one night, made friends with that person, right? Stuck up for her and became friends with Molly Go Lightly because she felt like that was going to be more profitable for her. And then, you know, that didn't go well. And then she turned on her. Like, it's the cycle of Laura, dude. She does it all the fucking time, dude. With everybody. No, it's all good.
There's a big difference between being a victim and not aiding and abetting it.
Aiding and abetting it.
And I have said always,
like
she definitely was a victim. But at this point, this is no longer victimhood because she keeps feeding into it. Jules did a live last night that was awesome. I mean, she did it like 1 o'clock in the morning. And she talked about all of this. And she
don't know who Jules is. Is she talking about, I don't know. I don't know what she
also talked about that there's a lot of people that truly care for Britney. But Britney wants to insult a lot of people's intelligence to keep bringing in that mighty dollar instead of admitting what's really going on.
Aiding and abetting victimhood. I know, it doesn't even make sense. Oh, Jules of Thought. Okay. I knew it wasn't you, Jules, because I'm like, Laura would not be agreeing with you and you don't go live anyway.
Going on. Now, I don't know anything about Craig. I can't say anything about Craig. I've never watched him. I've never watched him on TikTok. That's her personal life. I don't give a fuck what.
Yes, I know the Jules of Thought. She's like from like the Chris Watts days.
Goes on with Craig or anything else.
I heard she was going on Laura's panel. I hope she psychoanalyzes Laura. Please do.
But what I do see,
all right, I think
is somebody that needs help. And that's because they won't be honest with themselves. And if they're not honest with themselves, they're not going to be honest with their subscribers. They're not going to be honest with their audience. And again, I don't know how she treats her kids. I don't know how she is as a mom. I don't know any of that, nor do I care. That's not what I pointed out. What I pointed out is that she is on prescription pills.
Okay, she doesn't have to tell you, though.
And probably taking too many of them to not out like that. And the fact that she's still denying it.
No, I don't know much about Jules of Thought. I didn't watch her back then, and I don't watch her now. So.
Is an insult.
I didn't even know I didn't know she was still around, even.
Addict out there. It is an insult to anybody that is maybe struggling right now.
How is that an insult to anybody, Laura? If you're an addict, see, that's it. When Laura says shit like this, it's like, I feel like she really wasn't an addict, though, because I feel like Laura's one of those people that, like, might have done something a few times and then she thought she was addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? And she just wants, like, a story to tell. I don't know. Is this the where she starts talking about parenting or something? Oh, no, that was, like, her follow-up live or something. Laura, like, dude, addicts are not going to be insulted by that, dude. Like, they understand the struggle, man. If you're an addict, you're going to understand the struggle. So, like, they're going to understand lying and all that other shit. Like, denial, you know? I mean, come on, Laura. What the fuck are you talking? How is that an insult to anybody?
It's an insult to anyone that lost somebody due to prescription pills or pills that then escalated to something else. And if people hate me for that, I am perfectly okay with it. And if people hate me because I truly want her to do step one and own it instead of deny, then
She
hate
doesn't need to fucking own anything to any strangers on YouTube, Laura. What the fuck are you talking about?
me for it. I'll be able to sleep at night. Because I know at the end of the day, I've tried my best to let her know I'm here.
Dude, I'm telling you all, if you have an addiction problem, do not, and I repeat, do not seek counseling from this fucking person.
You want to talk? You want to come clean? You want to admit it? I'm here. The worst thing that you can do with an addict is sugarcoat it. When you see someone in pain, you know, people say, I don't think she is that bad, or I don't believe she's on any prescription drugs. I think she's just tired. Your lips are not gray when you're tired.
What? Your lips are not gray when you're tired? What the fuck are you even talking about, dude?
Your face and your skin color is not gray when you're tired. And that's not lighting. She's in the same lighting all the time.
Oh my god, dude.
She looked like she was dead. And that is from drugs. And again, when I say drugs, I'm not talking she's shooting dope. I'm talking prescription pills. Legal prescription pills. That is what I'm referring to. Now, I can't speak for anyone else. That is what I'm referring to when I'm talking about pills. When I'm talking about drugs. And again, just like she denies everything else, and then it comes to light, this will be the same. Mark my words, clock it here. I'm telling you this for a fact. And a lot of people say, how do I know this? Because I've been there. That's how I know this.
Because I've been there. Laura, you were never addicted to prescription pain pills, dude. Shut the fuck up, okay? What are you talking about? I know, I hate when she says shooting dope.
Not only have I been there
Her color
with myself, I have been around lots and lots and lots of addicts because addicts stick together. That's why I have a lot of addicts in my inner circle.
Oh my god, dude. I didn't hear this the other day. What the fuck are you talking about, Laura? Shut up, dude.
Both real life and YouTube life.
Okay.
Addicts are drawn to each other. And at that same...
Yeah, because they get fucking high together, Laura. What the fuck? We don't need you telling us that what is very, very fucking obvious.
Drawing to each other, we see...
Yeah, right? Way to expose your inner circle. This takes me off. Maybe her O2 is really low. You can hear her breathing is horrible. It can be medical. Stop making it about drugs when you don't know. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Look, I've heard there's other people calling this girl out. And again, if you're like true, I've said this so many times on here, like if you're truly concerned about somebody in that sense, I just don't see the value in calling them out publicly because I don't think that's not helping them in any way, you know? So you're kind of only doing it to like hurt them in a sense. Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's why I don't believe when people are like, oh, you don't care, you know, if you're going about it like that. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing the person.
What others don't.
Oh, I see.
And I can't stress it enough. So, hey, Steph.
She's exhausting, bro.
There are so many people that come to the realization that they're an addict and it scares the fuck out of them. It is the hardest realization, I think, to ever come to. I'm an alcoholic. I'm a drug addict. I'm a cokehead. I'm a crackhead.
Oh, all right. I heard this part yesterday, I think.
It is the hardest, what's the word I'm looking for? The hardest reality that any addict has to face. The second hardest...
Wait, I have a clip where Laura says she hopes she doesn't lose her health insurance because she can make money with that. I guess she meant to help her circle. I don't know what the fuck.
Reality is living life on life's terms. There is nothing scarier than someone telling you you no longer can have a crutch for whatever reason. You can no longer have a crutch.
Who the fuck tells people that?
You now have to live life on life's terms. There is nothing more eye-opening. There is nothing scarier. And there is nothing that will make you want to use again by hearing that. And the first couple of times that you have to actually do live life on life's terms and you don't have a crutch, it's hard. It's a very hard reality. Make a wrong turn once or twice.
Every time she talks about addiction, I don't know. So I have so much trouble listening to her talk about this. I've never heard her talk about like how her exact addiction stopped or how, you know what I'm saying? Like it's never like detailed. It's always like, oh, I was an addict and I stopped doing drugs. Like that's it. Like, and this just to me just doesn't sound like something that any addict would ever fucking say. I don't know. It's very strange. Very strange.
Dug my way out, blood and fire, bad decisions. That's all right. Welcome to my silly life. Grain, I hear you. I made that wrong turn way too many times.
Laura owned what she did with the CPS call. She said, I'm sorry Emma made me do it. What do you want, blood? Sit down. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Oh my God.
It's in that maze going back and forth, back and forth. For years and years and years. And let me tell you something. I quit cocaine in 2000.
All right. This is where I think I heard up to, and then I think I fast forwarded. But we're going to listen to this part, and then I'm going to skip, I think, a little bit. But this is Laura's. Again, you never hear the exact details of, like, how did you get off coke, Laura? Did you go to rehab? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. I just don't. I think maybe she did it maybe a few times, and she's like, well, I'm a fucking coke addict, you know? I don't know. It's just something ain't right about her whole fucking story about being addicted to cocaine. Unless I'm wrong, and I don't think it was cocaine, but that's just
2008. Me. My first
By the way, if you go back and do the math in your head, I was thinking this yesterday. She said she stopped doing cocaine in 2008. Her kids were already born by this point in time, just to let you know.
Real test.
Cocaine is one hell of a drug.
Was 2013. 2012.
Wait, say that again? Hold on.
I quit cocaine in 2008.
Okay.
My first real test was 2013.
That's so weird. Like, by that point in time, you're off it for what, 5 years, right? I suck at math, dude. 6? 8? No, 5. 5 years. And your first test after being off of it was in 2013, Laura? Come on. Shut the fuck up, dude.
2012. When did I go to jail? Either 2012 or 2013.
Oh my God, dude.
And when I was in there with all these drug addicts. And I was only in there for contempt of court from a custody fight.
Yeah, 5 years later, it was her first test.
Son to his dad, because he was on drugs. Twice, so I went to jail. And you know what? Like I said, I would go to jail again if it came to my kids. No questions asked. So, when I was in there, though, when I came out, all I wanted to do was get high. And then I'm like, Laura, you don't get high anymore.
All right, again, this doesn't make any sense, because if you quit in 2008, the hardest and most vulnerable time for, like, addicts is usually when they're, like, first getting off the drug, like, the first year, you know, is, like, the hardest year. 5 years later, that was the hardest time for you. Like, that just doesn't make any sense, dude. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. It doesn't. And it's like, oh, when you got out of jail, that was hard for you. Not while you were in there, right? Okay, because that would be the stressful part of being in jail. Dude, what? This doesn't even, it just doesn't even make fucking, like, sense at all. It doesn't.
Don't worry about it. You don't get high. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can get through this. And then my dad died, 2014. And that was probably the hardest day of my life. But I got through it. Didn't need alcohol, didn't need drugs. Just got through it. And every day, that's what my life is. Will I ever do cocaine again? I don't know. I couldn't tell you if I will or I won't. But I won't do it today. And cocaine was my downfall.
Laura, you can't afford cocaine. Let's just be fucking real, okay? You can't afford it.
I never cared for prescription pills. I don't even take fucking regular pills. My Adderall is the only thing I take. You want to know why? Because it keeps me off cocaine.
I'm sorry, dude. I mean, you know, you're sitting here giving this whole big speech about addiction and addicts, and then you're like, you know why I take Adderall? Because it keeps me off cocaine. Not because you have fucking ADHD, right? Because that should be why you're taking Adderall, Laura. You should be taking Adderall because you have ADHD. You should not be taking it because it keeps you off of cocaine, dude. That is not a fucking like FDA approved usage of fucking cocaine or whatever the fuck, whoever approves medication usage. Okay, that's not like an off-label use like Ozempic. You know, it's really for like people with diabetes, but there's an off-label use which is to lose weight. There is nowhere in the world that people are using Adderall to treat cocaine addiction. Okay, so like you're using it to get high then. Okay, your first thing should be, well, I have ADHD and that's why I'm taking Adderall, is because I'm a fucking mess without it. That's what most people who are on Adderall would say. All right, it's to keep me stabilized where I could fucking focus and get things done. That's why I take Adderall and be organized and live my life like a normal person. No, Laura's like, oh, I take it to stay off cocaine. But that's not what Adderall's for, dude. What the fuck, bro? I never heard somebody so fucking stupid in my life. Honestly. I really. Yeah,
and
60
I'm not embarrassed
milligrams.
of that. I'm not afraid to say that. But that's my addiction. And people say, oh, you abuse your pill. I don't abuse shit. I take 2 fucking Adderall every day for the last, 10 years, 15 years? And that's what I do. And I'm not embarrassed of it. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed of it.
Except for that one time where you needed somebody to mail it to you, right? Because you ran out early.
It is what it is. And that's what I need to keep me sober. Okay. If Brittany came out and said that she takes this to keep her off this, I don't care. Just the problem is she's not owning anything. She won't admit anything. And that's where the problem lies.
And again, I've never heard of like anybody saying that Adderall keeps them off cocaine. Maybe methamphetamines, but I don't know. I don't know. I would have to probably know more about the chemistry and how it fucking affects your brain to like even know if that would be a thing. But I've never heard it before. Hold on, I gotta let the freaking pain in the butt in. Oh, I took my glasses out instead of taking my fucking headphones out. Hold on a second. Let me just go let this pain in the butt in. All right. Sorry. All right. Hold on a second. This is so funny.
There's no shame in being an addict.
There are studies and guidance on prescribing it for what Laura is describing as through a treatment provider. All right. I've never, again, I've never heard about it.
There is no shame in not.
I just don't think Laura's cocaine addiction was like that hardcore because I've never heard her elaborate on this cocaine addiction. Like, I've heard other people on here share their stories about addiction, but like hers just like, it's always so generalized. It's just, I don't know, it's just always so like vague, it's just like, I was addicted to coke and then like I stopped, in 2008. Like, but like, how'd you stop, dude? Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't deal with her, KB.
In relapse.
If you don't eat Adderall, it works on your brain like speed. Yeah, that's why it's big on college campuses. Yeah, exactly.
Shame is the number one reason that people go back to drugs or go back to alcohol. I'm not even going to separate them. Alcohol.
What? Wait, you're blaming somebody else for fucking other people's responsibilities? What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Is a drug. I'm just going to keep it together.
Yeah, meth and Adderall have similar chemical structures because they're both amphetamines. But I don't know about cocaine. I don't know too much about coke. I never did it, so I don't know too much about it.
As I said last night, and I mean it, I have so much fucking respect for Sinner in his trying to be sober because he's not bullshitting anyone. Yeah, I fuck up. Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah, I got drunk.
Oh, so let me get this. She respects the guy Sinner for his, drinking and then relapsing, but like when Wog does it, she doesn't, okay.
He owns it. That is somebody, and I'm not talking whether you like him as a person or not. No, she doesn't, Green. I'm not talking if you like him as a person or not. You can hate him as a person. I'm just talking his recovery, his addiction.
No, we don't know if Laura is a fucking drug addict. I don't know. I've doubted her story for a very long time just because, like, again, she never elaborates on it. It's always like, oh, it's cocaine. You know, like, I don't know. She's never told, like, a story. Like, when did you hit rock bottom, Laura, and, like, figure out that you needed help? Like, where did you get the help? How did you stop? You know, like, it's just, I don't know. It's always just like, oh, I did cocaine and now I don't. Like, I don't know. It's fucking weird. Hold on. I'm going to press play and the dog wants to go back out. So I'm going to let him back out.
I am so respect the fact that he owns it. And him owning his own addiction is the very thing that will eventually get him sober forever. That is the...
Yo, did cocaine? What time is it?
That is what I respect most about Sinner.
All right. I don't know shit about this guy Sinner, but whatever.
And that would be for any addict. When you can admit, yeah, I'm an addict. And you know what? I'm trying really fucking hard to get sober. Eventually...
Okay, Laura, but what if the girl is just not there? If she's even addicted to anything, what if she just hasn't reached that part of her addiction yet? You know what I'm saying? Like... Why does this even fucking matter to you? I don't even get it. I don't get it.
It's going to change for him. Even if he fucks up again. And I hope he's listening. Even if you fuck up again, Sinner, it's okay. Because your attitude is what's going to get you sober forever. One day, it's just going to click.
Thanks for the TED Talk, Laura. Hey, November Rain, you made it live! I'm just kidding.
I never, ever, ever thought I would stop doing cocaine. Ever. I was like... I'm going to do it forever. I am. I just am. It's never going to, my body's never going to not want it. And then one day it just clicked.
It just clicked.
One day I'm like, you know what? That's it. I cannot do fucking cocaine anymore. And that was the last day I ever did it.
Oh, so, okay. All right. So, Laura, first of all, if it was that easy for you to quit cocaine, which is like an addictive substance, okay? Like, I quit weed like that, just one day quit smoking weed, and that was it. I just never smoked it. I never used to say I quit it, because I was like, there's a possibility I'll smoke it again, you know, here and there. But, like, I don't know. I just didn't want to smoke weed anymore. I felt like it was giving me anxiety. But weed's a lot different from cocaine. Cocaine's a lot more addictive, and it's a chemical, you know, thing. It's not, I don't know. But she's like, yeah, I just, like, then, Laura, I don't think you were addicted. If you were able to just be like, yeah, dude, I just stopped, and, like, that was it, man. You know, and I just never did it again. That's probably a sign that you probably used it maybe casually, you know, on the weekends and shit. But, like, Laura was not coming home every day and blowing lines, dude. I don't think she ever had that kind of money. But, yeah, I don't think so. Sorry. I just don't think so. I don't see it. And, you know, if you were able to just snap your fingers one day and wake up, then, like, that's not an addiction. People can't do that with pills or any of that shit because you go through really bad withdrawals. You can't do that with alcohol. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. You have to wean yourself off of shit. So I don't know about coke really, but I don't think it's one of those types of drugs that you could just, you know, if you're that addicted, if you're like a heavy user and you're that addicted, that you could just like snap your fingers and stop doing. I just don't think it's like that.
And that was after years, and I'm talking years of trying to stop.
Yeah, okay. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I'm sorry. That's not how it works, Laura. It doesn't work like that.
Really never saw the end. I never thought I would be able to turn it away. I never thought that I would get to the day that it was like, never again.
Most people that I know that do coke, dude, like, they do other shit, too. I don't know anybody who just does cocaine and doesn't do any other fucking drugs, either. That's the other reason why I don't believe her. You know? I don't fucking buy it, dude. It just, no. Sorry. That's not how it works.
But I got there.
Cocaine isn't a physical addiction, it's mental. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know too much about it because I never did it and I don't even know how it makes you feel, but fucking, you know, she's like just snapped her fingers one day. Okay.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. One relapse right after that and I didn't like it. I was like, this isn't even fucking worth it. So Tuesday night, Jules is going to come on my channel. I know, right?
I'm going to say Laura probably because if you listen to her story that she just told, she probably stopped doing whatever the fuck she was doing. I really don't think it was coke, but whatever. And she probably stopped it because she had to for court. to keep her kid, because she was probably getting drug tested, if I had to fucking take a guess.
Fuck coke.
Cocaine leaves you wanting more at an expensive price tag. Yeah, that's what I always thought. But, alright, girl.
Jules is coming on my channel. We're going to talk about addiction. We're going to talk about recovery.
Yeah, most people I know aren't like snorting it all day. They like do it when we're out, you know, not when we're out, but I'm saying when they're out drinking fucking drugs. I mean, drinking or something just to like stay awake. But I don't know people that are just like snorting it all day, because I really don't know anybody who could fucking afford to do that, because it's a pretty expensive drug. I mean, from what I understand, I never fucking bought it, but you know, I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it.
Like I said, if you guys don't...
Alright, I'm gonna fast forward through this. Oh shit, sorry. Didn't mean that. Alright. I'm gonna go to, I think it's like this point, because I skipped a lot and went to the end, because that's where I heard she was talking about CPS, and that's really when I wanted to play. I really don't fucking care about Laura's fucking stupid addiction story. She's so full of shit. Like, whatever, dude. What the fuck ever. Just all I can tell you is that I know, like, there's probably some people in the background from her fucking chat listening. If you have a drug problem, please don't go to this person. Please. Don't go to anybody on YouTube, for that matter. Go to your fucking family. You know what I'm saying? Go to a qualified drug counselor. Do not fucking go to Laura for help. She has no fucking idea what she's talking about. You know, just don't. Just don't.
Let's see what time I need to be there today.
And especially don't tell her, because she'll probably let the whole fucking world know that you're a drug addict.
What's the difference? I don't know. Janessa, I have my feeling on that.
All right.
I definitely have my feeling on that.
Wait a second. Did I skip it? Hold on a second.
She called Jones's kid a fucktard. I could not believe...
Oh, the fucktard thing. Shit, I might have skipped it.
It's an equal. Oh my god, you're talking about her kids.
Hold on. Fuck, now I don't remember where this was. Sorry. I know it's annoying to skip
and started talking to him, or a girl did, she'd lose her fucking mind. What? But she has no problem when it's done to someone else.
I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
And that to me is fucked up. And again, it's just my opinion.
I don't know. Hold on. Was it after this part? Or she was
there were people in Moon's chat this morning that were talking about CPS is not traumatized.
Whoa, dude, I just landed right the fuck on it. What's the chances? What was the fucking chances of that one? Alright, hold on a second. This is where I was told to go listen to the end of her live yesterday, and this is where I started listening. Because I cut out after a while. I couldn't take it anymore. This is where I was listening. Alright. Dude. Oh my god, bro. Listen to what the fuck she says here.
That we're talking about CPS is not traumatizing. CPS is traumatizing. Blah, 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 blah.
Everything's blah, 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 blah. Just like the other day when she was talking about, I said something about Randy. It was something about Randy's mom. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, why don't you finish what you said, Laura? Blah, 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 blah. It's always blah, 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 blah. Right?
And one of the girls said, I thought Laura was nuts when she said it until I asked my daughter who works for CPS, and she agrees with Laura.
Okay, so because one person agrees with Laura, that means Laura's right, you know, and you could just make these blanket statements because that's how it is in Laura's, you know, fucking narcissistic world. It's like everything's black and white. It's, you know, all or nothing thinking that she has, you know, because one person's opinion, that's not a fact, Laura, by the way. If that person has an opinion that CPS isn't traumatizing to kids, then that's their opinion, dude. That doesn't make it a fact, okay? That's how they think. But she's gonna go on this whole rant about how it's just infuriating, dude. It's fucking infuriating.
CPS is not traumatizing. It is 12. Okay.
Now this is really funny because let's go back in time, okay? Let's go back in time. We all know that Laura's kids can't open doors. They still can't open doors, okay? Not like just for like a month or so. To this day, they can't open doors, okay? She said this as recently as last year, I know that because she said it after the CPS, right before she got busted out for being a CPS caller. She went up on Jones's panel and she's like, my kids are traumatized. They can't open doors. They can't open doors. You know, her fucking adult, you know, whatever, teenage kids who are old enough to understand they can't open doors. So just keep this in mind while you're listening to her say all this shit here.
12, 10. 12:05.
All right, Laura, get to the fucking point. Oh my god, Laura is not one of those people that fucking keeps her fucking volume up so you could hear her typing. She's not one of those people, is she?
All right, I got 5 minutes. I got to get to a show. But I'm going to explain this again. Kids get spoken to all the time by different people. They just do. So, you know, if you're in the mall, a cop may stop and talk to your child.
Why the fuck would a cop stop and talk to your child in the mall? What the fuck are you even talking about?
A store owner is going to talk to your child. A teacher is going to pull your kid aside and talk to your child.
Okay.
There's nothing traumatizing by an adult speaking with a child. You know, how things at home and blah. There's nothing traumatizing about that.
Dude. But this is the same person who claimed that her kids were so traumatized by CPS that they couldn't even open doors, right? This is the same person fucking saying this.
Where it becomes traumatizing is when the adult makes it so dramatic.
Oh, so now it's not the CPS worker or the experience, okay? It's the adult, the parent, that's traumatizing the kid. I mean, she's really trying to sell this to people because, you know, she doesn't want people to think that now that she's busted out as a CPS caller, she doesn't want people to think that it's traumatizing to kids because she wants to downplay what she did. I can't, dude, with this fucking asshole.
That, oh my God, they spoke to you, and oh my God this, and oh my God that, and they're going to take you away, and these people are trying to get you away from me. That's dramatic and traumatic. Dramatic and traumatic. That's both. That's what Brittany does.
Okay, I don't know shit about the girl Brittany or if she does that or doesn't do that, but stop downplaying it, Laura, because you were like, my kids are so traumatized. And now all of a sudden, because you don't like Brittany and because you're a CPS caller, it's not traumatizing to other children. Right? It's the parents that traumatize them. It's not the CPS caller. It's not the fact that some stranger's coming into your fucking safe space, right? In your house and asking you weird questions about your fucking parents, right? For like an hour. Because Laura's like, oh, they're only here for 2 minutes. Maybe when they're on a million of the follow-up visits, Laura, because you're used to having CPS in your life. But see, that's the thing Laura doesn't understand. I never fucking had CPS in my life, dude. I never even knew CPS really what they did until I came to YouTube, to be honest with you, because like I don't know anybody in my real life that ever had CPS called on them. I'm sorry. I don't even know the person, but somebody that my husband works with was dealing with CPS because they were having like false calls made on them, but that was like more recently. And that's the only time I really knew what they did. Like, I don't know anybody who's ever had CPS called on them. I just don't. It's just not like the way I was raised. Nobody in my family ever fucking had it done to them. Like, I don't know I really just don't know much about it. Laura, on the other hand, was used to having CPS in her life long before she fucking came to YouTube. Okay? She's messy like that. You know what I'm saying? Her life was messy. My life wasn't messy like that. So I don't know what it's like to have them involved in my life. No idea. So yeah, so when that's something that you're not used to, it's kind of fucking traumatizing. And it's like, dude, I just want to explain something to you. When CPS comes to your house, they don't just come to your house to investigate you, okay? And that's what Laura's leaving out of this. They go to your kid's school. If there's other activities, they go to your kid's doctor, okay? So, I mean, that's embarrassing, dude. It's embarrassing for you. It's embarrassing for your fucking kid. And then after it happens, dude, no matter what, even if you're like cleared, it's like, dude, you had it done. It's like a scar on your reputation, dude. Like, even if it's not true, because I highly doubt the CPS workers ever go back to the doctor's office or the school and tell them that, oh, well, you know, we found that it was unfounded. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's for her to sit here and say like it's not traumatizing. No. Do I have PTSD from it? No. But like I'm embarrassed. Yeah, dude, cuz like I never went through anything like that, and like I don't need that shit in my life. You know what I'm saying? My kid doesn't need it in his life, you know? So I just like I can't believe all of a sudden she's sitting here saying it's not traumatizing after trying to convince us all that her kids were traumatized. I never said my son was traumatized. Thank God he's not. My son's like a very resilient type of kid where he doesn't like dwell on anything. But like, you know, to sit here and say it's, you know, you tried to convince everybody that your kids were so traumatized. They couldn't even open doors. They couldn't answer the door. They made you answer it. You know, if you weren't home and the doorbell rang, they wouldn't even go to the door because they're so traumatized. Now all of a sudden, oh, it's not traumatizing. It's the parents that traumatize them. You don't think that for like a young kid, especially a young kid who lives in a normal home, okay, who doesn't have fucking parents that are pieces of shit or having things like this involved in their lives, you don't think it's a little weird for a young kid to have some person come in and she's like, the parents have to explain. Yeah, Laura, I had to explain to my child why these people were in my house questioning him. I had to. I had no fucking choice. And then, of course, there's going to be questions. Well, what is CPS? Well, I had to explain to him what CPS was. So yeah, that probably did scare him, but like, what am I going to do? Lie to him? No, I had to tell him the truth that, yeah, this is what CPS does. This is what it is. They could take you away from your parents. I'm sorry. That's just reality. I'm not going to lie to the kid, but like, that's not what traumatized him. And he's not traumatized, my son. He's not. But like, I'm probably more affected by it than he is. And my husband, I'm sure. But like, because it's fucking embarrassing, dude. It's publicly embarrassing to have somebody, you know, go to a school and ask, or your teachers or whatever, to ask questions about you when you know you didn't do anything wrong, dude. But my son got questioned for like an hour. I don't know where she gets this from. She's always like, oh, the guy just comes in and asks a couple questions. How's your family life? No. My son had to be asked if his daddy was showing him anything weird on the iPad, Laura, because you're a sick fuck. Okay? And like, why should my kid have to go through that, dude? Because you're a baby? Oh, dude, I hate this motherfucker sometimes. I don't hate her. That's such a strong word. I hate her fucking actions. I hate the words that come out of her mouth. It's probably better. Hold on, sorry.
Exactly. If your child is on the spectrum, it could be more stressful to... Not really, though. I think it's less stressful because they don't care as much.
Oh, my God. Of course she's saying this now because it, you know, goes along. Her teenage children who were like in high school at the time when she had CPS calls at her house, they were so traumatized they couldn't open doors. But Brittany, I think the girl I heard her kids on the spectrum. I think the kid is young, maybe like 8 or something around there. You don't think it was traumatizing? I'm sorry. They have it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, dude. It's weird for a kid, okay? Maybe not traumatizing because I think that's a little too strong of a fucking word. But like, why should any kid have to live with a fear of like being taken away from their parents or being questioned about their parents? Unless it's actually something's going on. That's a totally different story. But when my kid had, you know, and she admits it, I know she has admitted it recently, that she knew my kid wasn't going to get taken away. So you put my kid through this for what, Laura? You know what I'm saying? Like, he shouldn't have had to go through that. At all.
I think you meant less stressful.
Oh, okay. Now she
But
thinks
there's nothing traumatic about an adult speaking with a child, period. It is traumatizing if they think they're going to get taken away, and it's being pushed in their heads that it's taken away, and, oh my God, these people on YouTube are trying to get you taken from us. That's traumatic.
No, Laura, that's explaining to your kid reality, dude. That's actually helping your kid understand that, like, it's assholes on YouTube that are, you know, calling CPS to try to get, you know, and what does CPS do? I'm sorry, if you don't explain that to your kid to try to calm them down and understand it, then you're the fucking asshole parent. I had to explain to my kid what CPS was. He's like, why is these people in the house, right? Because like a cop coming to your house, kids know that the cops catch bad guys, right? They know that from when they're little. But when some regular person comes in your house, like a CPS worker, they're dressed in regular clothes and comes in and starts asking weird questions about their mommy and daddy, that shit's fucking weird, Laura. Like, you have to explain that to your kid. And again, my kid was 8 when this happened, and Laura's kids were teenagers, okay? And they had already had CPS involved in their lives for fucking years and years and years and years and years. My kid never had that. But, like, So her kids, even her saying her kids were traumatized is like ridiculous because, like, Laura, your kids dealt with CPS long before you ever were on YouTube. My kid never, like, this just came completely out of the clear blue sky. My house is not that house, dude. We live a very normal life here, very quiet, normal life. Okay? So it was definitely, I don't want to say traumatizing, that's not the word, but like my son was like, what the fuck? Like confusing. How about that? That's a great way to say it. It was very confusing for my kid when he had to go through that. Was he scared? No, because my kid's a very strong, fucking resilient kid, but there's other kids out there that aren't, that are, you know, have insecurities or might just have that fear. Like when I was a kid, I was always like, I had fears of like my house burning down or something happened to my parents. Like I was just like a nervous kid by nature. So like you can't make a blanket statement that it doesn't affect kids, all right? Because every kid is different, every person's different, and it's going to affect them differently.
That's causing that child to, oh my God. That's causing that child to
oh my God. That's causing that child to, oh my God. What does that even mean, Laura? Could you speak English? Oh my God.
Oh my God, what's happening? Some adult wants to talk to me. They're going to take me. The police are here. The police are going to take me away. Because that's what they hear.
Oh, so I guess, like, you know, so when you get false CPS calls at your house because of people like Laura on YouTube, you shouldn't tell your kids what CPS is, you know? You shouldn't scare them. Oh my God. So it's the parents' fault. Laura's going to blame the parents now for traumatizing their kids, right? It's the parents' fault. It's not Laura's fault. It's the parents' fault. Okay. Yeah, right.
When you tell a child, don't worry about it. They're going to ask you 2 questions. They'll be out of the house in 2 minutes.
Oh, is that what you told your kids? Well, Laura, first of all, you're a fucking liar about 2 minutes, okay? Because they were at my house for like an hour, over an hour, because they had to talk to my husband first, and they had to talk to, you know, my son, and they were like, oh, you know, they had to isolate my son away from his parents, which is even more scary for a kid, because like, me and my husband couldn't be there while the guy was talking to him, so they had to like take my son into like a separate room. And like, I'm sorry, as an 8-year-old kid, you're like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, why is this happening? And if you don't think that's scary for a kid, I don't know what to tell you, dude. And like, you don't have time to sit there and tell the kid that, you know, don't be scared, like whatever. You don't have like time to have those types of conversations unless you know that they're coming, Laura, which like, that's weird that you would say that because you probably did know they were coming because you probably called on yourself.
Okay, Mom. Bring them in a room. They're done. CPS leaves. What'd they say? Oh, nothing. They asked me if you beat me. They asked this. They asked that. Okay, don't worry about it. Nothing's gonna happen.
Okay, Laura, well, we told our son the same thing, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it wasn't scary while it was happening for him and confusing for him. And then even after we calmed him down, it was probably still really confusing for him. Because he's like, what the fuck? Like, why are my parents, like, it's probably more scary for a kid that lives in a normal fucking house that, you know, isn't used to dealing with these things because they're like, wait, why is this happening? You know, like, my parents are fine. And then, I mean, like, really, Laura, like, your kids are used to it. Your kids have been used to it. My kid is not, dude. My kid never grew up in a house like that. So, he shouldn't even fucking know what it is, dude. Why he had to know is because your feelings were hurt on the internet.
But CPS doesn't question your life. There's no.
I'm sorry, yes, I do try to shelter my kid, okay? Until he's old enough to have a good understanding of things, I don't tell him things that he doesn't need to know. So, like, my kid never heard of this before it happened. Ever. Never heard of it. Laura's kids, when CPS was called on her for the first time on YouTube, her kids had already had CPS in and out of their lives for years.
Nothing scary about it. CPS workers, especially when talking with a child, they're very nice. They're sweet as pie.
Yeah, Laura, they are nice, but it doesn't mean that the kid isn't fucking confused or scared or traumatized, depending on what was reported that they have to be asked about.
Like, you know, what a beautiful room you have, and did Mom do this? Did Mom do that?
How did Laura hear all this?
Does Dad do this? I don't know. To me, and maybe I'm wrong, but to me, it's all about the parents. If you put fear in your child...
Wow, dude. Wow. Just fucking wow, dude. Wow.
Then guess what? Fear is going to be instilled in your child. Again, Lindsay, my kid.
Oh my god, look at Bad Wolf. Laura's psychology degree is showing. Yeah, okay. You're a fucking idiot, dude.
Weren't traumatized because of CPS.
You probably don't have kids, so, if you don't have kids, it's kind of hard to understand. But, like, I remember watching my son out there and just, like, wanting to cry because I was like, dude, like, my son shouldn't even be going through this right now. Like, dude, he's my, baby. I want to protect him at all costs. Like, he shouldn't even be going through this right now. Asking all these fucking weird questions, okay, dude? Like, Laura's like, oh, they just come in and ask how your room is. No, Laura, that's not what they asked, because whatever was reported, they have to ask the kid that thing. And my son didn't know anything about those types of things before that day, because we never talked about those types of things with him, because he was only fucking 8 years old. But now he's being questioned about it because you're a fucking asshole.
Yes. My kids were traumatized because 2 cops were standing at the door and accused my son of raping his 15-year-old twin sister.
Oh, Laura, wait. I thought it was the parents that traumatize them. Police talk to fucking kids in the mall, right? According to you. But, oh, okay, so here we go. Now her kids are traumatized. Her teenage fucking kids that were old enough to understand what was going on, okay? And had dealt with CPS their whole fucking lives, basically. Now, all of a sudden, it's different. Okay.
That's a little traumatizing. That's not their situation.
That was my situation, Laura, because, you said something very similar. Oh, my God. Thank you, Terry. I cannot believe I used to support this shit show known as Laura. I know. I can't believe I was friends with her. Thank you for super chat.
In my opinion, what is traumatizing is the parents that make it traumatizing.
No.
An adult speaking to a child is not traumatizing.
First of all, nobody fucking said it was traumatizing, but, like, it's confusing and it's unnecessary, okay? I don't know the girl Brittany. I don't know the situation. Maybe she, maybe CBS should be called on her. I don't know. I don't know what, excuse me. I don't know what's going on in her house. So I don't know. Do I think anybody from YouTube should be calling? No, they shouldn't. They should mind their own fucking business and just fucking, stop fucking calling CPS. If you called once and nothing happened, the fact that people are calling multiple times is ridiculous to me. Stop fucking calling, dude. You're wasting resources at that time. All right? So it's like fucking so stupid. These fucking nosy Karens on the fucking internet. They're like, oh my God. Just, you don't see what's going on in her house behind the scenes. Like, so you have no business calling CPS. Unless you're actually seeing her kids being abused, then you have no right fucking calling CPS on her, okay? Unless you know for a fact that her kids are being neglected. That's what CPS is for. Kids who are being neglected and abused. If she falls asleep and their kids wake her up, that is not a reason to call fucking CPS on her. I'm sorry. It's not. Especially when you know there's another parent in the house.
A cop may be, a bit.
It's a bunch of fucking Karens. That's what it is, honestly.
Cops speaking to a child may scare them. But even with that, if you teach your kid that cops are not the enemy and that cops are good people, then guess what? They're not going to be afraid of cops.
Oh my God.
My kids have never been afraid of the police.
Whose kids are afraid of the police, dude? Who? Tell me one fucking person whose kids are afraid of the police, Laura.
They were a little dumbfounded when, the police standing at the door and that was the accusation.
They can't open doors.
That was a little dumbfounded. But regardless, any other cop, they're not terrified of. They're not scared of. Hey, Sly.
Laura, first of all, your fucking kids are grown already, so just stop with this bullshit, dude. Your kids were at an age where it was easier to explain to them what was going on, okay? And I never believed that her kids were traumatized. Obviously, she just played it up for fucking, YouTube sympathy and donations and shit. But, like, I mean, oh my God, dude, she's just such a fucking idiot, man. Her kids were old enough to understand what was going on, okay? My kid was fucking 8 years old. He's not traumatized. I never claimed he was. But, I mean, he was definitely like, what the fuck is going on here? And I'm sure, he never really verbalized it to us, but I just, remembering what it was like to be a kid, I'm sure he was a little scared. Because, I'm sorry, any adult talking to you and asking you weird questions has to be a little confusing and scary. Yeah, her kids are way younger than Laura's. That's what I don't understand. Like, Laura, your kids are adults, dude.
But I don't, again, if you're a parent, don't fight in front of your kids. Period. Because your kids are going to hold on to it. Go outside and fight. I never knew my parents had a fight for 18 fucking years. I kid you not.
Oh my God, dude.
I had no idea they ever fought until they stopped going outside.
So what'd you think they were going outside for?
Understand it.
It's like the middle of the winter. They're like, oh, let's go outside and argue. Like, oh, okay, Laura, we believe you.
Every child is different, and many of you may disagree with me.
My parents fought in front of us, like, argued, and, like, not, like, physically fought, but, like, I'm not traumatized from it because as an adult, I understand that people argue, dude. Like, it happens.
But I taught my kids CPS is not something, it's just another adult that wants to talk to you based on...
Yeah, Lord, you had to teach your kid that because you had no choice but to have CPS involved in your life because you're a messy human being, okay? I shouldn't have to teach my kid that because we're not like that. I'm not a messy, neglectful parent, dude. So I don't need to fucking have CPS in my life. I shouldn't have even had to teach my kid that. You had to. You had no choice because you're fucking messy. You date fucking drug addicts, bro. Like,
on false allegations. Nothing's gonna happen. Don't stress over it. Don't worry about it. These people are assholes. And move on. And that's exactly...
Oh, okay, but they can't open doors, right? I thought they can't open doors. Okay. I have to find the clip because I know I have it somewhere where she's talking about how her kids can't open doors.
How my kids took it. They never would, oh God, CPS here again. Another call, Mom. Why do these people keep fucking calling?
Oh, okay. Now they were just nonchalant about it, right? Oh, all right. That's weird. Because years ago, you were trying to convince us total opposite of what you're saying now, Laura. But it's funny, now that you got busted out as being this CPS caller, you're trying to downplay the effect it has. So which one is it, Laura?
But they didn't stress out. None of these other calls mattered to them. They didn't care about these other calls. No, you're not blocked. Okay. They didn't care that, CPS was called. They rolled their eyes.
Yeah, well, that point in time, Laura, they were, like, really used to having CPS in their lives, okay? I mean...
See, they're going to ask me questions, blah, blah, blah.
See, she tried to play it off, and I didn't know this at the time. The first time when Laura had CPS called on her, I didn't know that CPS had already previously been involved in her life when she was going through her custody battle or whatever. So I didn't know that. Now that I knew that, I was like, oh wow, like her trying to play it like her kids are so traumatized by this call kind of doesn't make sense because like they had already had them involved in their lives, I mean, I at the time I remember thinking like, Laura, come on, your kids are old enough to understand that like what's going on here. Like you could easily explain it to them, they're adults. I mean, pretty much they're teenagers. They're older teenagers. Like when it's like a young kid and they really don't have that like understanding, even if you explain it to them, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to like fully understand what's going on because when you're that age, you don't really know about that kind of shit happening in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like my kid's sheltered from that kind of shit. I don't talk about parents who neglect and abuse their children with him when he's fucking 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for me to ever have that conversation with him. So, so to him, it's like really confusing, but to an older teenager kid, they understand. They get it. But especially older teenager kids who had CPS in their lives when they were younger kids, they understand. So,
No big deal.
No big deal. Now it's no big deal, guys. It's no big deal. So this just tells me that Laura was playing it all up, that her kids were traumatized just for some super chats and donations. That's basically what's going on here.
Every kid, but I raised my kids a certain way. And I raised my kids not to be afraid of CPS, not to be afraid of the police.
That's sad that you had to raise your kids to not be scared of CPS, Laura, because like I would raise my kid not even knowing what the fuck CPS was because we would never have had to deal with them otherwise.
If you're not doing anything and there's absolutely nothing but some YouTube bullshit, I keep a clean house, there's food in the fridge, there's no drugs.
All right, that's fucking debatable there. There's food in the fridge, but there's a lock on it.
There's no reason for them to even question my parenting. And my kids are all, A students. They could check their school.
I don't know. She's okay with this happening. Like, I don't, like, again, I don't want like, it's embarrassing, dude. Who wants to go through that, dude? Nobody wants to go through that.
Records. I'm sorry. To me, it's parenting. It's not the kid. It's not CPS or not the big bad evil people.
You know who probably traumatized Laura's kids? Laura probably traumatized them because she fucking recorded her daughter hysterically crying and then put it up on the internet for the whole fucking internet to see her daughter hysterically crying. You know what I'm saying? That's who probably traumatized your kids, Laura, if I had to be quite honest with you. You did nothing to protect them. You exploited the whole situation. You exploited the fuck out of it. Because you saw it as an opportunity to make money off of it when you got CPS called. It was another opportunity for you to get sympathy from everybody, for you to get fucking attention, and for you to make money. Okay?
It's the parents that are raising them to teach the kids, who they should really be afraid of. If you're not doing anything wrong and you have nothing to hide, then you shouldn't be afraid of CPS.
Nobody's afraid of it, Laura. It's just like, who the fuck needs to go through that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid of it. I know my son's never going to get taken the fuck away from me. But, like, at 8 years old, I don't know if my son understands that. I don't know if he understands that. I don't know what's going on in his fucking 8-year-old mind. She's fucking unbelievable, dude. This fucking asshole. I heard this shit the other day and I was just getting infuriated. And it's not even just for, like, myself. It's just, like, Laura, like, who the fuck are you to tell people that they shouldn't be scared or worried or whatever? You know, what if you get some CPS worker that actually believes this story and does something and takes your fucking kid away from you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you don't know what type of person works for CPS, like, and how seriously they take their fucking job.
Sorry, not sorry.
She's sick, dude. She's a sick fucking piece of shit.
Whoops.
Yeah, CPS is an unregulated entity that makes horrific mistakes almost daily. That's the whole thing, dude. You know, it's just even the thought of anybody ever taking your kid away from you. If that doesn't scare you, okay, I don't know what's wrong with you as a parent, dude. You know, I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you as a parent. If you don't think it's even scary that your kid could possibly ever get taken away from you by some government agency, then there's something wrong with you. Yeah, Harmony Montgomery ring a bell. Seriously.
Your child should not hear
Everyone judging BJ's parenting aren't perfect parents by their own admission. Drug raids, fist fights, police reports. Everyone needs to worry about their own home lives. Girl, let me pin that shit to the fucking screen. I don't even know the girl. I don't even know the girl, Brittany, right? But, like, you're 100% right there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their shit. You don't know what's going on when somebody turns off their fucking, YouTube live. Only thing I've heard about the girl is, like, oh, she falls asleep and her kids have to wake her up. And, like, again, I don't know if she's on drugs or not. If she is, that's really, like, scary, because something bad could potentially happen. Or what if she's overdosing? It could be traumatizing for a kid. But I'm just saying, like, you don't know why she's falling asleep. She's never admitted to having a drug addiction, from what I understand. So, people calling CPS just because she's falling asleep on a live, I'm sorry, you're a fucking Karen. You shouldn't be doing that. You're an idiot. Hold on, I have to let the fucking dog in again. You're an idiot. I mean, it goes two ways. The girl, Brittany, she shouldn't be doing that, especially if she knows people did that the first time she called and then she's still going live and doing the same thing. She shouldn't be doing that, but I don't know, dude. I don't know the girl, Brittany, so I can't even, like, say it. Yeah, weaponizing CPS is wrong, period. Laura's just trying to, like, downplay it because everywhere she goes, there's going to be somebody there telling the community, the chat, that Laura's a CPS caller. So what she's doing now is there's new people in the chat. She's trying to convince them that it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It doesn't traumatize kids. It's the parents that traumatize kids. So it's like, this is another way of her fucking blaming me or blaming, Brittany or whoever it is that's fucking getting CPS called on them. Oh, it's your fault because you're traumatizing kids because you're explaining to your kid what CPS is for. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Thing that goes on YouTube drama. Your child should not be in the room when all of this is going on for them to know all of this, for them to be traumatized. Don't
My kid wasn't in the fucking room, Laura. My kid's never even fucking home when I'm alive, dude.
you get it? You're just not getting it.
No, you're not.
You guys are making it out like CPS is the devil. No, the parent.
No. You're the fucking devil, Laura. Not CPS, not the parent. You, the person who calls up because their feelings are hurt on the internet. Okay? You're the fucking devil. I can't believe this shit.
Needs to take responsibility.
Her boyfriend was waving a gun around and he was drunk. I heard that, but again, like, do you know how many people in this world have fucking firearms in their house and have fucking guns? I mean...
And go into another room. Do not get drunk around your child. Do not be passed out around your child. Do not nod off in front of your child. You're the parent. You're the adult. Act like it. Take responsibility. I do, Bad Wolf. I got 1 minute. Take fucking responsibility as a parent.
Look, I agree in that sense where if the girl is doing this on a live stream and she knows that people are calling CPS on her, then, like, I don't know, turn your camera off. I don't know. Or just don't go live when your kids are around. I don't know. There's obviously, like, I'm fine. I agree with that. But, like, Lord, stop trying to downplay what the fuck you were doing. I heard he was waving a gun around. I saw a clip of it and I saw him holding the gun. It's like, I don't know. I mean, was it loaded? You know what I'm saying? Like... Again, stupid thing for him to do online. I don't know what the guy thought was going to happen if you do something like that, you know, online. Because you got a bunch of fucking noisy people that are going to be like, oh my god, cool, the cops, he's waving a gun. But, you know, he's an idiot, and so are the people that called, to be honest with you.
And be a fucking parent. And if you're truly a parent, then your kid won't be scared. Your kid won't be worried.
Wait, what? If you're trolling a parent? What the fuck are you talking about?
Kid won't be afraid of the police.
Laura, you bragged about making your kids hold up soup cans in their hands for hours as a punishment. You're not mother of the year. Yeah, dude, that was the fucking weirdest shit I ever heard. I was like, what? I never heard anything like that. This is somebody who thinks that, oh, my son has an eating addiction. I'm going to put a fucking lock on my refrigerator. Like, that's the type of person we're dealing with here.
It's just the way it is. And I don't care if anyone agrees with me or disagrees with me. That's the facts. Too many parents put responsibility on other people. No, it starts with you. It starts at home. It's not the teachers. It's not the psychologist. It's not the therapist. It starts at home. Be a fucking parent. Be a responsible human being.
I am a responsible human being and parent, Laura. But, you know, you didn't give a fuck. You called CPS on me.
Be what you want your kids to turn out to be and better.
Laura, how about you just stop talking about CPS, dude? Just shut the fuck up. Those 3 letters should never come out of your fucking mouth again.
And I mean that. I live that. My dad wanted...
I live that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
Nothing more than for me to do better than...
Laura's the perfect parent, guys. Your dad wanted nothing more than for you to do better. So you fucked meth heads and then had kids with 2 different baby daddies that you weren't married to, right? Yeah, you're the fucking mother of the year.
Him. My mom wants nothing more than for me to do better than her. Did I achieve that? No.
You didn't even come remotely fucking close, let's be honest.
My dad was far more successful than I am. But my kids are all going to be 10 times more successful than me, my father, my mother, my uncle, anybody.
And that has nothing to fucking do with you, Laura. Like, that's their own drive, okay, for them to fucking become successful. That's their own drive for them to fucking do that. At a certain point in time, you have to stop taking responsibility for your kids' fucking success, okay? Because you're not the one who's driving them and doing their work through college, dude. Like, your kids are doing that. You're not the one who's forcing them to do internships or get a good job one day. So, it has nothing to do with you. Maybe sometimes kids grow up in the worst homes and become successful adults because they don't want to live the way that they lived growing up, Laura. So, like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Maybe that's why your kids are so successful, because they're like, holy shit. They watch their mother struggling their whole entire lives, and they're like, fuck, I don't want to fucking live that life where my mom's peddling fucking shitty candles on the internet and begging strangers for money. I'm gonna make something of my life. I'm gonna do better than her. It's not because of you. Fuck out of here, dude.
They have goals and they have dreams, and I will make sure that they see them through. Even if it means me having nothing, me suffering, doesn't fucking matter. I will live and die for my kids, and I will do
Every parent will live and die for their kids, Laura. Come on, shut the fuck up. She acts like she's like so special because she fucking takes care of her fucking kid. It's like, Laura, that when you fucking gave birth, that was your job. The minute your kid came out, I'm sorry, the minute you got pregnant, that was your job, was to take care of the kid that's in your belly, okay? And from that day on, that's your job as a mother. She acts like it's some type of like fucking achievement. It's like, no, dude, that's what you're supposed to do when you decide to fucking give birth to another human. You're supposed to raise them, dude. Like, you want us to send you a fucking award for raising kids? I think she's even in disbelief that she was able to raise kids.
Thing for my children. And I will teach them proper values, proper morals, but I'll still give them the room to grow on their own. That's how two of them became fucking religious freaks. That's parenting.
What? Laura, your kids probably became religious. If I had to take a guess, the two of her kids that became religious is because they're growing up in the fucking Bible Belt, dude. And it's probably because they wanted to fit in with their peers, you know? Because that's how it is down where you live, all right? There's tons of people down there that are very, very devout to their religion, whatever it is, you know? Whether they're Baptists or whatever. That's probably more so why they became so involved in the church. They were maybe, you know, seeking out a sense of community, and that's why they fucking got involved in it. Again, her kids got religious because of her, not because of anything else. It's because of her. The atheist, the Jewish atheist.
My kids have never seen me drunk, ever. And I'm 53 years old.
Congratulations. And you're 54, girl. Just to let you know. Because you're 10 years older than me, Laura, and I'm 44, so you're 54. Just in case you were wondering. She doesn't even know how the fuck old she is.
17 and 20. They have never seen me drunk. They have never seen me high. Ever. There's a reason.
You just told us that you quit cocaine in 2008, okay? Your daughter's 20 years old, Laura, right? 20-something years old? How old are her twins? That would mean you have talked on here about how you quit. You were doing drugs while you were pregnant. Still, so yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they never saw you high, right? Okay. No, they just saw your boyfriend's high, right?
Never passed out. I've never passed out around them. None of that. That's parenting.
No, you just abuse Adderall in front of them.
No.
I've never seen somebody have to go so far to prove that they're a good mother. Like, dude, like, just like, if you're a good mother, it speaks for itself, Laura. You don't have to tell everybody how great of a fucking mother you are all the time. It's very strange that she does that, because I don't know any other mothers who do that. You know, I really don't. Because, like, most of us just accept that, like, doing all these things are part of the job. Because when you get pregnant, that's what you're supposed to do, is raise your child with good morals, values, and, you know, give to them more than what you had. That's really what we try to do as parents. I think that's every parent's plan in life, you know? She's like, for her, it's a huge achievement that her kids, like, you know, lived until whatever age they are. I mean...
Bye-bye, Laura's ghost.
No, yeah, right. That's a good question, B-Freaks. Can you pass out hopped up on Adderall? No, they just see you up all night screaming your fucking head off on live streams at strangers.
Yeah. I am very passionate today.
She's so perfect, guys. Laura's the perfect parent. Her kids are not only is she perfect, but all of her kids are perfect, too. Everybody's fucking perfect in Laura's fucking world.
Because I'm sick and tired of people blaming so many other things instead of the factual. See, Lindsay, I can...
Somebody wrote, bro, your microphone is loud. Get a new mic. Seriously, man, this shit is fucking loud. It is so loud.
To that, not with
when I listen to Laura, I have to put her on like half volume because she's so fucking loud.
my own dad, but with Dayton's dad. Drug
Yeah, she got knocked up on drugs, loser all around. Seriously.
addict, but he was a good dad. He was good to Dayton.
Oh my god.
Until, day he died. But he
He was so good that he fucking. Never mind.
was. And I can't deny that. And I always said that. He was an asshole, but he was a good dad. So
This makes me realize just how like confused Laura is in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's fucked, bro. Her thinking's fucked. Everything about it just fucked. Just fucked.
and if Brittany has a bad partner, then guess what? Then you need to step it up. Plain and simple. I don't want to hear about stress. I don't want to hear about any of it. The fact lies that
Then you need to step it up. I don't know the girl Brittany, but let's just say I'm just putting out a scenario here because Laura's like, well, you need to step it up. How do you know the girl Brittany? And again, I don't know her, so I'm just coming up with like a hypothetical here. But how do you know that like she's not in some type of abusive relationship, right? And she can't just like get out. Because again, that's another thing Laura knows nothing about is abuse. Like if let's just say that's the case, right? And she's abusive and she hasn't worked in like 20 years or something and she has no access to the finances in the house. You can't just get out, dude. It's not that easy. She's like, oh my god, dude. I really think Laura grew up in a fucking bubble, dude. I really do.
she needs to be a responsible parent, period, end of story. And if people don't like me saying that, well, I'm sorry. But it is what it is. That's it. I'm sorry, Lindsay.
None of your fucking business, Laura. You took on this girl, standing up for her. Now you're like totally slamming her, which just makes everything you've said before that seem so completely insincere. Okay? Because it's like you just flip-flopped from one thing to the next. But like, none of this shit is your business, dude. None of this. Her DV report was read aloud for all of YouTube. Oh, geez, that's not cool. Okay, so then there you go. She can't just probably walk away. I don't know, dude. I mean, look, the girl sounds messy, I'm not gonna lie. But, like, Laura's in no place to be giving people fucking, how to fucking... Whatever, dude. She's just infuriating. I'm sorry. I just lost my train of thought.
Yes, two things can be very true at the same time. But what's even more true, I got to get my ass out of here and get into a shower. Otherwise, I'm going without a shower. So I got 5 minutes.
Like that's never happened.
Take a shower, get ready, and 20-minute drive. On the poll, it's all going to depend on if I get done painting in time. If I can.
Bro, how long is this motherfucker painting this fucking house for? I still need to know how she got hired to paint the house, okay? Laura the ceiling painter over here. How did she get fucking hired to fucking paint the house? But like, why the fuck is it taking her so long? Does she go there and do like little tiny like 3 inches a day? Like, what's going on here?
The movie will be at 9. If not, if you don't hear from me, we'll do the movie tomorrow night. Guaranteed. All right? So, that's it. I gotta go. Love you guys.
Somebody says stop making excuses for bums. All right, so then hold on, because then she went live. This was so weird. Let me go back here. Then she goes live again after this. I guess, I don't know if it was the same day. I guess it was. So I seen this part. Dude, I'm sorry. That's fucking infuriating. Yes. I don't know. There was another live I think I was told about, and I don't know if it happened on Friday or Saturday or something that apparently, and I didn't listen to it, so I have no idea, where apparently, she was talking about the CPS thing again, and she was telling, people that, like, she knew that, oh, nothing's going to happen to me when she called CPS. Like, again, trying to minimize what she did, and it's like, it was all self-serving, Laura calling CPS on my kid, and she's admitting that. And if people don't see a fucking problem with that, I don't know. Like, I still don't know how people are sitting in her chat when she's openly admitting that she called CPS for her own self-serving issues, okay? Just because somebody was talking about her on the internet. And, like, she's making excuses for it, and her excuses are fucking bullshit. And I don't know how these people don't see a fucking problem with that, dude. Like, I just don't. I really don't.
Yes. What's up? All right, I really forgot to tell you guys something that is super important.
This is the most unimportant thing I think she's ever fucking said online. Seriously.
And I apologize. So I'm going to let it out. I only have like 10 minutes left.
Yeah, maybe she is guilty again.
But in my rant about parenting and in my rant about, being a good parent, the one thing that I forgot to.
Bro, like, this just goes to show me that she just, like, really, I mean, I don't know how long later this was after she, streamed the last one. Apparently, she's still thinking about this shit, dude. She's still fucking thinking about it.
Say, you can be the most perfect parent in the world and still have a fucked up kid. I was one of them. I was that kid who had perfect parents, and...
Alright, Laura, first of all, there's no such thing as a perfect parent. I don't give a fuck who you fucking are. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's fucking perfect. Because there's no such thing as a perfect human. There's no such thing as perfect anything, dude. Okay? No, nobody's parents are perfect. Nobody's. Your parents were obviously not perfect, Laura. They went wrong somewhere, okay? Maybe sometimes, like, I don't think Laura understands this, but there's a such thing as overindulging your kids. So, like, you might think you're doing the right thing and giving your kid everything they want and, because you're like, oh, I didn't have anything, so I want to give my kids everything I want. And you can end up actually having a really negative effect by overindulging your kids and giving them too much, So, like... What is perfect? What is a perfect parent? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
Ended up being a fucked up kid. But what you hope for is that you instill enough morals and values in your child that they will turn out okay. And that's what happened with me. So I just...
And that's what happened with me. Here I am at 54 calling CPS on fucking strangers on the internet, because I have such good morals and values. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Laura, you're 54. Stop fucking blaming your kids, your parents already. Or you shouldn't even be thinking about that. You're 54 years old. You have lived now more of your life without your parents as an adult than you have when you were with your parents, dude. Just stop, dude.
Needed to stress that because I didn't want anyone coming back to me and being like, oh my God, you said, you think being a parent and blah, blah, blah. No, so I had to stress that point. That, again, you could be the perfect fucking parent and still have a fucked up kid.
Why does it sound like she's in like a fucking fishbowl or something? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Ay, dude. I can't believe this motherfucker. Like, I really just can't. You see what I'm saying where her thinking's so black and white? Like, she's like, oh, my parents were perfect, dude. Like, I'm sorry. My parents were very far from perfect. They were great parents, but they were far from perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had made mistakes. And, when you're a kid, you kind of, like, idealize your parents because, like, what else are you going to do? They're there, you look up to them. But, like, when you start coming into adulthood, you start, like, most of us, right, start realizing, like, oh, shit, my parents are people, too. They make mistakes, like... And they're people, and you accept them as who they are. But like I would never say my parents are perfect because that's like so crazy to say. Like nobody's perfect. Nobody. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect parent either. I look at myself sometimes and I'm like, dude, like I was lucky because I had an amazing mother. My mom was great. Was she perfect? No, but she was an amazing mother. But I don't I look sometimes, I'm like, I wish I was even like half as good as my mom was because she was that great, but like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I hope I'm being a good parent, but I know I'm not perfect. I know I make mistakes. I think it in my head all the time, like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have said this, or you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm always questioning myself. This is a normal thing to do as a parent, right?
Knows no boundaries. And I know many people who were literally perfect parents and their kids are fucked up. Or whatever.
Really, Laura? You know many perfect parents? Because I don't even fucking know one, but you know many. Oh, okay.
For reasons, right? Suicidal, like even some of Sage's friends. I don't even understand how these kids are so fucked.
Tony, I'm convinced she's lying about it, and she works at a Home Depot in the paint department. Yeah, I mean, dude, how fucking long is it taking you to paint this person's ceiling, Laura? You've been painting it for like a month now. I mean, did they live in the fucking Sistine Chapels? Like, why is it taking you this long to fucking lay some white fucking paint down on the ceiling? And again, how the fuck did you get hired as a house painter?
Yeah, for their parents, they're just picture perfect.
Good parents, hold on a second. I just lost that. Good mothers constantly question themselves. Bad parents believe they are perfect. I mean, I agree, because I'm always fucking questioning, like, you know, am I doing the right thing? Even when I know I'm doing something good for my kid, I still question if it's the right thing, because I'm like, I don't know, I overanalyze things, I guess.
So I don't want anyone coming back at me and being, saying anything. And again, I was that kid. I was a kid with perfect mom and dad. But, addiction is a chemical imbalance. It is. And it's something I was born with, and it's a whole nother conversation. But
I mean, I've seen it go both ways where, parents were good parents to their kids. I wouldn't say perfect, but I'd say that they were good parents. They brought their kids up the right way, and their kids just turned out being fuck ups. It happens. Like Laura, right? But, like, I agree with her in that sense, but, like, your parents were not perfect, clearly, Laura, okay? There's something happened to you in your life, I think, at some point to make you turn this way. Or, you could have just been one of those people that's just born a bad seed, and had, like, Brian Kohlberger, right? Like, it seems like he, from what we know, he had a pretty, normal household and grew up in a, stable environment and just turned out to have some devious fucking mind or something. That shit does happen. Benny's back? I don't know. I never watched that guy. I mean, I have, like, obviously seen him, but, like, I don't keep up with him.
I just wanted to.
I thought he was in jail or something.
Because I think it was bothering me that I didn't get a chance to say it. Because I do think it's important. I do think many people forget that.
Okay, Laura, thanks.
So,
we needed you to say this. This was such an important thing to come live for again.
That's what I had to say. And I did it also.
Yeah, if Laura's the prophet, they definitely wasn't perfect, for real.
So quickly.
All right.
Even before anyone said anything. So again, I apologize for my rant, but I just wanted to make that clear. All right?
I really do think when Laura does this, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, because I don't want to say she's like manic, because I don't think that she's bipolar by any means or anything like that, Laura's pretty steadily the same, for the most part, but I think Laura does have some type of like maybe it's the Adderall. I don't know if she just maybe took too much or something. There's something going on. I don't know if it's mental or if it's drug induced, where, Laura seems to have, like, her behavior seems to escalate and get worse at points in times. That's why I don't want to say manic, because, like, I don't necessarily think she's manic, because she's not, like, overly happy or anything like that and, like, rambling. But she does go through these periods of time where I feel like her behavior ramps up a little bit more. And I've noticed that. And I feel like it's getting worse lately. Where, you know what I'm saying? Do you guys know what I'm saying? Where it's like she's like going live constantly trying to like explain herself. Like, where it's like this. Like, why did you even bother doing this? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know, dude. There's something going on. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's like a drug-induced thing or if it's she's just fucking on something. But anyway, I heard she said she was taking care of a patient. I don't know where that was. Does anybody know where that was? And I'm like, I think she's just like, her brain is fried at this point in time. She said patient. She's a caretaker. She's a nanny. She's all these different things now. The kid that she babysits has been 8, they've been 3, they've been all different ages. I don't know if I mean, it's sad, but I just don't believe anything that she fucking says, dude. I just don't. Hold on, I'm trying to look for something while I'm talking to you guys, because I want to play Mandy's video. And I hope she doesn't mind that I'm playing it. Oh, I gotta go in my history. That would help. That would help. Yeah, dude. I heard that too. She said she was caretaking for a child. I heard her say a while back, she's like, oh, I taught the kid how to read. I taught them how to do this. I taught them how to do that. And I'm like, dude, like, seriously, what fucking crazy person has hired... All right, I found it. What crazy person hired Laura to fucking babysit their kid, man? Seriously. She said in one of these lives, I don't know if it was the beginning of the one yesterday, because I only listened to like 10 minutes, and then she started playing some video. She's like, I was listening, I was watching my little whatever, and I was... What the fuck? Who's talking to me? Did you guys hear that? Oh, that was my phone. What the fuck? Why are you saying that? Girl, why are you saying that? Did you guys, she's like, oh, you know, and I had my headphones in. Whatever, dude. I don't even know what to say anymore. Don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know. All right, hold on a second. I'm just going to grab this out of my history. I am so hungry right now. Where the fuck is my history on here? I still don't know how to fucking do this shit, bro. I'm so stupid. Like, where is my history? How come they changed it? Oh, here it is. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright. Mandy put together a pretty good video. Hold on. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm not sharing it. Alright. Oh, you motherfucker! How come every time I open up a new window, it does this to me? It's like, oh, you lost connection with your audio on the screen sharing. Alright, let me redo this. Tell me if you guys could hear it. It's like some type of glitch. Alright, just let me know if you heard Laura say these people, blah, blah, blah. Let me know if you guys... Yeah, hi, Catfish, Laura. Can Laura even read a tape measure? I know for a fact Home Depot won't hire anyone who can't. I don't know, dude. She must be working somewhere. I don't believe she's babysitting. I don't know. It's just like... She's fucking out of her mind, dude. Like, why do you have to drive to somebody else's house to babysit there? Why, wouldn't you just be like, drop the kid off at my house? I don't know. Maybe she has to get the kid off the bus or something, in all fairness. Just let me know. Okay, you guys can see her, but can you hear her is the question. Will you drop on your head? For fuck's sakes. Ugh. I can't do Laura the way that the other channel does it. The #1 fan. I just, like, I don't have the fucking... They have Laura's, like, so down to the fucking T, bro. It's unbelievable. You can hear her. Alright, you know what? Hold on a second. Well, I'm not playing her right now, so I'm going to press play and then let me know. Okay, now let me know if you heard that. Her house is probably... Well, her house is definitely not kid-friendly. I wouldn't let her babysit my goldfish, okay? How's that? No sound? Alright, so let me do this. Let me do this. I don't know why the fuck. Let me just, like, I'm going to completely remove it. Alright, and now I'll reshare it. Let's see if this works. Alright, here we go. Now tell me if you can hear it.
Guys, I don't keep screenshots from...
I don't keep screenshots. Did you guys hear her say that? Just let me know. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I have to go down. Alright, let me know. I'm going to rewind it. And if that doesn't work, I give up on life, okay? Okay. Okay. Alright, you heard it. Alright, cool. Don't hire her. Yeah, right. I wouldn't even let her take care of a fucking plant, alright? Even like a succulent that like needs like the least amount of care. Or like one of those, what do they call that? A snake plant that like you barely have to water.
But here's what gets me. These people still have screenshots from like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago.
What people is she referring to? First of all, I don't even know. Somebody just like put this link to this video in my thing. So what exactly is she referring to?
Oh, guys, I don't keep screenshots from fucking 6 months ago.
That's such bullshit because Laura has a room in her Discord dedicated to screenshots. We all know this.
Why would I?
Here is what Laura said the day before.
Please don't make me pull up everything from a year ago when you said, I don't
keep screenshots from 6 months ago.
remember doing that. I don't remember that because you said that a lot when it came to Queen Bee when you...
Dude, how the fuck do you lie this much, man? Seriously. Like, from day to day, this fucking person cannot remember what they say from day to day. It's amazing. It's uncanny, honestly. Like, how the fuck can you not remember from one day to the next what you say? and how much you contradict yourself.
Left. So I'm just kind of curious. I
Yeah, I'll release all the behind the scene chats.
remember distinctly, and again, I would have to pull it up, but I remember distinctly you saying things like, I don't remember that. Or if I did that, I'm sorry I did that. So kiss my fucking ass with your bullshit, Jonesin, trying to jump on it, knowing people like Zero and all these other zeros are gonna fucking run with it.
All these other zeros.
And now you're gonna have some content on your shut the fuck up, Jonesin. Either unblock me so I can fucking answer
How rich is this coming from Laura? Listen to this shit. How fucking rich is this coming out of this woman's mouth right now?
properly, or don't ever mention me.
Unblock me so I... Wait, hold on. Let me replay that. Because, like, dude, you block everybody and don't give them a space to speak about you, Laura. Which is one of the main reasons. Remember when, like, everything, you know, a lot of people, like, the whole drama community, like Laura says, was after her, okay? When everybody was making videos about her, I felt like that was such a big part of the reason. Same thing with Molly Golightly. They blocked so many people that it enraged people because it's almost like you're silencing your critics, right? And that, like, prompted people that didn't even fucking have channels to start channels just so they could do commentary on her because she blocked them and they couldn't stand up for themselves.
Content on your shut the fuck up, Jonesin. Either unblock me so I can fucking answer properly, or don't ever mention me.
Wow.
You can keep me blocked, no problem, but don't block someone and then make a post about them with some fucking rhetorical bullshit.
What? Rhetorical bullshit?
That's fucking
Laura blocks everybody, dude. She fucking blocks everybody.
bullshit right there.
The toe.
And for you to even make a post like that, you of all people, like I said, don't make me pull up all the screenshots.
She doesn't keep screenshots, guys. She doesn't. Why would she? Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Where you're like, I don't remember. And that was only fucking a year prior.
I'm sorry, what was that? Getting caught in another lie. That's what that is.
But here's what gets me.
Oh my god, dude. I was outside smoking a cigarette at the hotel. I think it was like yesterday. And I'm like, I was laughing so hard in the parking lot. I'm like, if anybody from Jesse's team comes out right now, they're going to be like, are you okay, Leanna? Because it's like, Frumpy Lyra CPS, the cringe candle cow. On the sign. That's so fucking good. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, sorry.
These people still have screenshots from like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago. Guys, I don't keep screenshots from fucking 6 months ago.
Oh my god.
Why would I? Like I said, don't make me pull up all the screenshots where you're like, I don't remember. And that was only fucking a year prior.
Dude, make your mind up, Laura. Which one is it? Because it can't be both, okay? Okay.
Is this early onset dementia or just a pathological liar?
I don't know.
Bitch can't even remember what she said less than 24 hours ago and totally contradicts herself all the time.
I'll give you a good example. I have no desire to ever fucking follow, friend, check out, or anything MM's husband. Sorry, I only know his name from MM.
You know what? I couldn't see this on my phone yesterday, but I just realized it says hubby's profile on here. I don't know if that was Laura. It might have been because this is old. This is from Laura's like old Patreon bullshit, but I don't know if it was her or, in all fairness, okay? I don't know if it was her who posted this or what was that other bitch? Oh my god, what was that lady's name? I don't know, mom of something, mom of 3 girls or some shit like that. Even though she had a son, but never fucking mentioned the son, I think. I don't know. But anyway, what Laura says here, let me rewind this for a second.
A good example. I have no desire to ever fucking follow, friend, check out, or anything MM's husband.
All right, why is she even thinking of my husband, first of all? Like, where did that... I don't know when she said this. Like, I guess this is, like, a newer thing that she said from a live recently. I didn't hear it on her live, but, like, why out of everybody in the world did you bring up my husband, Laura? Like, you're telling on yourself again, and you're going to hear how she tells on herself even more.
Sorry, I only know his name from MM. Never been to the guy's Facebook.
How do you even know he has a Facebook page, Laura?
Never been to the guy's fucking, if he has anything else.
She just gave herself away there. She's like, never been to his Facebook, never been to his, and then she caught herself because she's like, wait a second, if I admit that, like, never been to his Instagram, let's just say, then it's like, well, again, Laura, how do you know that he has an Instagram if you've never been there? You know what I'm saying? So she's, like, giving herself away right there because, like, first of all, why the fuck are you even bringing my husband up, dude? What's with your fucking obsession with my husband, Laura? Seriously. You bring him up all the time. You don't even fucking know him. But anyway, I mean, she's heard my husband in the background, but I'm just saying, like, why are you even thinking of him in this instance? I don't know what made her just think to bring my fucking husband up right now. Like, that was so fucking weird. But, like, clearly you've looked at his social media, Laura, because you're like, I've never been to his Facebook. Well, how do you even know my husband has Facebook? You know that not everybody has a Facebook page, right? So clearly you know he has a Facebook page. And then you were about to say something else that you've clearly been to before and know that he has. But you caught yourself and you're like, oh, if he even has social media, this. But, like, you just gave yourself away. Even by bringing this up, you clearly know that my husband has social media and you've clearly checked it out. Because why the fuck did you even bring this up to begin with? Like, she always tells on herself like this. It's so fucking weird. Fucking weirdo, dude.
I don't even know.
It's not dementia, it's liabetes. It's hard to lie to cover up your trolling when everything you troll with, you've said or shown that you do have the knowledge of people's personal lives months or years prior. This is why people keep screenshots. You try to make that weird because you can't troll people and content poach without some...
Wait, she doxed a candle customer's husband's private Instagram on a live? Did she really?
Asshole from the past pointing it out to all these new people.
Brittany had CPS call.
Because Laura's jealous. Laura's a nosy person. And I'll just give you an example. When we were friends, her daughter was dating this, like, I don't know, this kid that I guess, like, the family had money. I don't know what the parents did. I forgot. And she, like, sent me a picture of their house. And I'm like, she's like, oh my God, you gotta see this house, and da da da. And I'm like, she was very impressed by the house. Like, to me, I was just like, okay, it was a nice house, but, like, whatever, like, down there, I just always think in my head, I'm like, yeah, down there, that house isn't that much money, dude. Like, like, up here, that house would be worth millions, but down there, it's like a $300,000-$400,000 house, It's not that big of a deal to me, because that's, like, the average, at that time, that was the average cost of a house here. But I'm like, it wasn't like, it was a beautiful house, but it wasn't like all that impressive. I mean, I do live in a place where there's like a lot of rich people, not my town, I'm saying on Long Island. Like, you have to have money to live here, and there's so many beautiful houses, the Hamptons, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that impressed by like somebody's, I don't know, bigger house. Like, I've seen really beautiful houses here. But she, like, that's just, I don't know, she's like very like nosy about everybody's fucking houses, dude. I don't know. She is. I thought it was just weird. I'm like, why are you sending me this like kid's house? Like, I don't need to see this kid's house, dude. I don't care.
Or Brittany had the cops called.
Yes, she did in early 2024. I looked for a post. She thought he was hot, so she showed him. Are you serious? Oh my God, dude.
To the school, something.
Yeah, but like, why is she even looking up this person's husband, dude? It's the same way she looked up Wags' ex-wife and shit. Like, she's like really, really fucking nosy about everybody.
Something like that. But Brittany was really upset. This is when I was over there a lot. Brittany was really upset.
I'm sorry, I'm behind if you mention this, but how about Laura saying she's a licensed psychologist? She said that she ain't a licensed anything.
That her kid had to deal with CPS or something at school.
What did Laura say in 2023 about MM's CPS call that happened in 2019? Brace yourselves. It's pretty familiar to what she's been trying to do in 2025.
This was interesting. Whatever this clip is here, I never heard this before.
Okay, so let's fast forward to either last year, I think it was 2 years ago. Last year or 2 years ago, I don't remember. CPS is called on MM. Was that last year or 2 years ago? It was 2 years ago, right? So she gets a CPS call.
Okay, so this is 2 years after my CPS call.
It was 2 years ago. She doesn't know who did it. She blamed
Yeah, she worked. I heard that one. She said she worked in a lawyer's office during her custody battle. I'm like, oh, this is new. This is a new story. She's like, oh, I'm too smart. That was so funny. She goes, I'm too smart to be sitting there filing papers. I'm like, okay, Laura.
Everyone
She's too smart to be a paralegal. That's what she was basically saying.
The point is, somebody did it, okay? Somebody did it.
And paralegals don't just file papers, dude. Like, that's more like clerical work, Laura. So if you actually were a paralegal, you would know what paralegals do. Okay, my brother did like paralegal work for a little while, and he did not just sit there filing papers, dude. Not even close. So, yeah. I mean, he said he was a paralegal. He was basically doing the same work as a paralegal. He didn't really, I don't know if you need like some type of credentials to be a paralegal as far as like schooling or certifications go, but like he was not just filing paperwork. He did a lot more than that. But, God, dude.
It could have been somebody in the audience.
That tells me that if you think that that's all paralegals do, you are not a paralegal ever, and you never worked as one.
So,
yeah, they're basically like investigators. I mean,
I'm not gonna get sidetracked.
In some sense, right? They're doing a lot of the legwork that the lawyers don't want to do. That's really what it is.
Comments. Let me go back to. Okay. So CPS came and she said the exact same thing. She said, my husband freaked out. My husband told me to get off the internet. Stop talking about people. And she actually said that. Molly,
I did say that, Laura.
Never fucking admitted.
But that doesn't mean that it's like,
here.
I took responsibility for my part in things, and I stand by that, obviously, to this day. Like, I should know. I was fucking talking shit about assholes on the internet, so I have to take some responsibility on it, right? Because this wouldn't have happened if I wasn't talking shit about people. It wouldn't have happened. But that doesn't take the blame away from Laura doing it, like she still did what she did. Like that doesn't justify Laura doing it, okay? But I did. When I came back, I was like, you know what? It is partially my fault. Okay, I have to take some responsibility because that's the reality. None of this would have ever fucking happened if I wasn't on YouTube. But here's the other thing. I've seen people who don't talk shit about other people on YouTube have CPS called on them too, because people are just fucking crazy out there in the world, and or whatever reason they might just call, you might have said something or whatever, and they call CPS, or something might have happened, your kid could cry or something, and people call CPS in the background. You don't know. So yeah, I do take that partial responsibility. That doesn't minimize what you did, Laura. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I talked shit about you. Did I think somebody that I was friends with, like, at one point would have done that, who had it done to them? No, I didn't. But, you're psychotic. So somebody who acted like they were so staunchly against it, I didn't think. I thought you were adult enough to handle some shit talk. Apparently, I was fucking wrong. Okay?
Goodbye. Have a good day. And
since you willingly participate in a drama community, Laura, I don't know, call me crazy, but I thought you were maybe adult enough to handle some shit talk on the internet without, going into my real life.
Anyhow, I'll get to that in a minute, but we're not talking about my CPS calls. Here's what we're talking about, okay? Talking about the fact that you can think you know who did it, but you don't know who did it. Nobody knows who did it.
This is really amazing. This is Laura knowing now, 2 years after the call, this is Laura knowing that she did it, talking to her audience, telling them that, oh, you don't know who did it. Nobody knows who did it. Laura, because it was fucking you.
May think we know, but we don't know. And here's my other thing.
I certainly didn't think she was capable of doing that after CPS being in her life. That's why I was mind blown. Dude, like, I don't know, obviously the new people that are sitting in her chat right now don't understand why this is so fucking infuriating to everybody. Laura Laura fucking, I mean, really, when she had CPS called on her, she blew this shit up like it was the worst thing in the world to ever happen to her. Meanwhile, I didn't know that she had already had CPS in her life for, X amount of years. But, like, dude, you blew it up like it was so horrible, okay? So everybody around, just like Jules just said, was like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, she did this because of the way she acted, like she was so staunchly against it. Oh, look who's here. St. Elmo's Fire. Oh my God, Makeup Mobster. Is that one sentence? Is she still around and arguing with Perplexed? Are you asking me if I'm still around? Because clearly I'm still here. And no, I'm not arguing with her. I'm just fucking laughing at her stupid ass. But anyway.
If she truly believed that it was Molly, then why do you talk about Molly?
I never said it was Molly. I never said that. I never said it was MGL. I really never. The only person I've ever blamed publicly that I said I thought it might be was Tiffany. I never, me personally, maybe people in my chat said that who they thought it was, or other people had discussions, but like I really didn't want to blame people, go around blaming people publicly because I felt like that's not fair. If it's the person that didn't the person didn't do it, I don't want to put a target on their back. Even if it's somebody I don't like, I don't want to put a target on their back. The only person I ever said maybe had something to do with it was Tiffany. And, I felt the way at the time, but I kind of knew it was Laura because she kind of gave herself away. I knew Laura was somehow involved because she gave herself away. So I thought it was either her or, there was really only 3 people I thought it could actually be. They retracted their comments so quickly. I'm glad you read it. Oh, get out of here. Interesting.
She really believes it was Molly, or she wouldn't talk about Molly over and over and over. Because the people that do go real life, she doesn't talk about. Why is that? Think about it. Why is that? You've already been swatted. You've already had CPS called on you, and you still don't shut your fucking mouth. Why?
You've already had CPS called on you. Like, she's acting like it's not her who did it.
Listen. And then, God forbid, something happens again, then you're going to blame it on me? No, that's not going to happen.
But it was you. Wow, dude. Wow. Fucking wow.
You don't know who's watching. I have a hell of a lot of strong support.
Oh, this is funny. This is like similar to a comment she left Jones in under her fucking troll account. Oh, you don't know who's watching. I have a lot of strong support. So now, not only is she's blaming her subscribers for doing it. Oh my God, dude.
So, don't cry when something happens.
I didn't cry the first time it happened, and I certainly wouldn't cry again, Laura.
So that's what Laura had to say about MM's CPS call in 2023 before she got busted out.
Wow.
Now, what's crazy is that in 2025... Laura just so happens to be in another creator's chat where CPS gets called while she's trying to convince everybody that it might be someone from that creator, Brittany J's own chat. Somebody on.
It's always what she does. It's always like, let me blame your friend. She did the same thing to me. I don't know if Mandy has it clipped, but I remember her back at that time. She was trying, even with the SWAT calls, she was trying to say it was probably one of my friends. It was somebody in my chat.
On YouTube. You just don't know. But she's the one that's been the creepy bitch that's been over there with troll accounts because she is blocked from everywhere under her real name, right?
Oh, speaking of the troll accounts, the Rachel account and all those fucking accounts, right? I did a little investigating I always do, right, with these people. Because they trolled the shit out of me and Alicia, right? So, for years now. I know, here's my theory, and I might be wrong, okay? Here's my theory. But I think it's Laura. I think some of those accounts were Laura, and I think some of those accounts were one of Laura's close friends, okay? There's let's just say there's some connections that I was able to make on a few of those accounts that all go back to something very similar that fits in line with somebody that Laura was very tight friends with. And I think Laura knows who it is, but she doesn't want to throw the person under the bus, but she knows who's behind those troll accounts, dude. And I think that back at the time when those accounts first started, it started as Laura and this person, trolling together with each other, and then their friendship ended, and that person continues to troll But that person might still be talking to Laura because the person's been known to, pretend like they hate Laura, then they'll go back and talk to her. So I think it's all one person. That's all.
Right.
I mean, I think it could be two people. It could be two different people, but Laura knows who it is because I think when those accounts first started, that's why there was duplicates and doubles of the same account to make it look like it was the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like there was 2 Alicia accounts, 2 John Crimes. There was actually 3 at one time, but I think it could have been 3 people. It could have started off at 3 people. Then those, Laura might have dropped out. They aren't friends anymore. That person continued using the troll accounts against people that they didn't like. And, they're not really friends anymore. I don't think it's Corey and Laura sharing accounts. I don't.
Patterns of
I mean, Corey's definitely a possibility, but
behavior.
Burgundy is convinced that Mem is the Everything Go Lately account. Oh my God, don't Beetlejuice them back into existence, all right? They're like in, the person disappeared. Let's just I'm just kidding, but they disappeared for a couple of weeks. I'm sure they'll be back at some point. I don't know if they maybe they're doing a stint in fucking rehab or something. I don't know. But they've been completely silent for 3 weeks, or 2 weeks or whatever the fuck. So let's keep it that way. I had someone go through the chats and there's nothing in them about troll accounts. I couldn't go through them earlier due to what happened. What do you mean? Yeah, I don't think it's Corey. I don't. Corey's a liar.
When Laura, the CPS caller, is near, you better have a whole lot of fear.
Morons. But speaking of, let me clear something up.
Yeah, they're on a sabbatical. Yeah, I don't know. They could be maybe they got arrested, for stalking somebody. I wouldn't be too surprised about that. Maybe they fucking are in rehab. Maybe they're in a mental hospital. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but whatever it is, you could fucking stay there, you weirdo.
Up here.
And yeah, they think I'm the Everything Go Lightly account. And I'm like, dude, I don't there's so much evidence to show that I'm not the fucking account, but they want to think it's me. I don't know. Go ahead and think it's me.
Okay, I'm going to clear this up as loud as day. I have never, ever been that fucking troll account that I'm being accused of. Ever. I swear on my children's lives. Okay?
See, and for Laura to even say that, I feel like, because she knows for a fact who that person actually is, right? She knows who it is, which is why she could swear on her children's lives, which is Laura, you shouldn't do that, all right? But she should, yeah, beef rigs, me too. She shouldn't do that, but I feel like for her to be saying that so sure, she knows who it is. That's why she's like, it's not me, but she knows who it is.
I didn't troll him in a loving way, first of all. Actually, quite the opposite. I told him me and Bad Wolf were getting married.
Okay, this is so weird, okay? She trolled, I think, Wog under Bad Wolf's name, which is so funny, because remember there was a lot of fucking troll accounts and Capone accounts? Back when Capone was friends with Laura, and in her chat, there was a whole shit ton of Capone accounts that used to troll. And I'm like, that has to be, people would say that's Laura, and I'm thinking, why would Laura troll as Capone? That doesn't make sense, But now I'm starting to think it actually was, because, why would you troll as Bad Wolf? Yeah, and Laura and her friends are bad at guessing who accounts are. I remembered Laura saying I was you, even though I literally talk to people in your account. I know. And she thinks that I troll her. Dude, I swear I do not troll Laura because, Laura is a waste of a fucking troll account. Honestly, you're just going to get blocked. Why even waste your time? I just, I don't get it. And I have no problem talking about her stupid ass right here, so.
I'm under Bad Wolf's name. Just saying.
Yeah, she wanted a reaction from Wog, the man who she says stalked her, right? Yeah.
One fucking account. That was to troll Wog, and then I used it again to go into Jones's. That's it. There's no secret conspiracy.
I am blocked on Jones's channel. I can't respond on Jones's channel. I have another account that I'm also blocked on Jones's channel.
Oh my God.
What account would that be? The one that you trolled Wogs with? That you yourself said was in your friend Bad Wolf's name? So you got Bad Wolf blocked from Jonesen's channel. Which accounts are they, Laura?
So if Jonesin knows that it's me, she's going to block me. That is
Why do you even need to go in her fucking thing with a fucking troll account? Yeah, he can't stand her, I know, but she, like, trolled him. She claimed that he's obsessed and stalking her, and then when he finally stopped talking about her, she goes in his chat to fucking troll him. It's like, okay, Laura.
why I spoke in third person.
So that's why you have to use troll accounts and weird random names like Rachel or Kayla or something like that and talk in third person. Because if people know it's you, then you'll get blocked, right? Is that what you're saying? I mean, you used your own friend Bad Wolf's name to comment in Jonesen's and got who she thought he was blocked from her channel. So why wouldn't you do it with just some random name like Kayla or Rachel?
I mean, great point. Great point.
Now, it blows my mind, though, that all these people can't fucking think to themselves, maybe there's a reason she does this.
Why do you do that, Laura? Why? What is the reason for you going around and talking in the third person about yourself in other people's chats? What's the reason, Laura?
Maybe there's a reason she speaks in third person.
I can think of a few reasons, like you going around talking about people's kids.
Yep.
You wouldn't want people to think that's you.
Yep.
Because then you couldn't get all these fucking subs that you're getting from going around and trolling to content poach. So you can act like you know what you're talking about and like you're this great fucking YouTube guru.
Yup. I mean, yeah, dude. Agreed.
Or how about because nobody fucking likes a CPS caller, so they don't want you around.
Yeah.
So you pretend to be someone else while talking in third person about how great you are.
Yeah.
So maybe people will...
She stole my ult and spoke dirty, nasty, and Jones in that trash bag. I believe she would do that, dude.
believe some random person with a normal name like Rachel or Kayla that says that Laura's so great.
Yep.
Then people might maybe believe you.
Yeah.
I mean, them.
Yeah.
I'll give her the benefit of the doubt because she's not, I mean, it's on, if you check the email on that account, it's Energy Candle.
How the fuck would you check the email on the account, Laura? See, this is so weird. And again, this is why she's giving herself away here. Because, like, Laura, how the fuck would we know the email that's associated with the fucking account, dude? How? She's like, if you check the email on the account, what the fuck are you talking about? What email?
Studio. You gotta be a fucking idiot to think that, I don't know, someone's gonna look up the email to figure out it's me.
Like, Laura only has one alternative email, right? It's her energy. That's the only alt that she has, email. Okay. But, like, how would anybody know the email, dude? Unless the person, like, puts their email in the chat, nobody would ever know what email is attached to the YouTube name. What the fuck are you even talking about?
I mean, it's not rocket science.
It's not a hard hat. It's like, oh, hold on. I think I'm, like, scrolled up. It's like a beanie or something. And I'm like, oh, okay.
If only YouTube showed the email address instead of the channel name, that might be an option if people wanted to pay to look emails up. What the fuck are you talking about? That's shit you do. You're the one that has people that run people's backgrounds on their bin verified and shit, aren't you, Laura?
Yeah.
Just like you're the one that had people do FOIAs on me and Makeup Mobster and Hello Starlight SWAT calls. But you're against FOIAs, right? No, you're not. What you're saying here doesn't make any sense. You can't see the email address associated with a YouTube channel. What?
Yeah, like, what the fuck is she talking about? I don't know why she keeps saying this with the email. It doesn't even make sense.
The fuck are you talking about? That might make sense. But even still, if it was clearly associated with you, then why would you talk in third person? That part doesn't make sense. You just didn't think you'd get caught.
Right.
That's what makes sense.
Right.
That's not rocket science.
So it's not like I'm hiding it, but I know Jonesin doesn't do that.
Why?
Only my haters do that.
Okay, what you really meant to say there is that Jonesin wasn't around when you used to run these troll accounts.
Nope.
So only your haters, aka the people who have been around you the longest, would be following those to know the names have changed and that they are indeed you.
But I know Joneson doesn't really care to look up an email.
Nobody is.
I know. I don't know why she keeps saying an email. It's the URL, dude. It's like if you copied the URL and like whatever, pasted it somewhere like a text message to yourself or somebody else, or you put it in your Discord or whatever, or just put it in notes in your phone or whatever, right? You could look at that and see that if you click on it like a month later and the name is changed. We're the only ones that are going to do that because I saw the account, you know, maybe trolling in my chat. Then they came back later with a different name. You copy the URL and you're like, wait a second, I have this account. I know that, whatever. It was an old account. It has nothing to do with an email address. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about with a fucking email address.
It's looking up an email. It's the URL link.
Hey, Tribal
that
Gal.
people save because you've trolled with those.
Yes.
And you've said stupid fucking shit.
Yep.
Mean shit.
Yep.
Shit about people's kids. Lies about people's fucking real lives.
Yep.
You try way too hard. And then not to mention the cherry on the top is always that those troll accounts have something positive to say about Laura and how Laura is so truthful. Laura's smart. Laura's wonderful. Laura.
So I was able to say what I wanted to say under a name.
Yes, this is Mandy, Sarah.
That's why I spoke in third person.
No.
What?
You spoke in third person because you're trying to make new people who aren't familiar with your history believe that there's actually people out there that think that you're great because you're hoping that you can build your dead channel. Well, it's not dead. Your dying channel. It's really, really on the decline. And we'll get to that here in just a minute.
Nobody's trying to hide anything, but I know that's how you guys think. And you guys just, that's how you guys are. That's your mentality.
Who?
Oh, you got us there. That's our mentality, that we save the URLs of troll accounts.
Yeah, that troll us.
Say horrible shit about us or our friends or people that we know. And then eventually you get called out about it. And then your dumbass just changes the name.
Yeah, right. If your main is blocked, you say, this is my alt account, my main is blocked, then say what you would say on that account. Exactly.
And the @ tag on it. And then you use it again. What are you not getting? It's not rocket science.
No, it's not.
Maybe if you wouldn't have done this to so many people for so many years, to sow seeds of discontent and to cause chaos and fighting between creators, no one would fucking save the URLs. And then we wouldn't be able to trace them back to you. What the fuck? You are the stupidest fucking idiot ever. Not anybody else. You.
Yeah.
Your patterns, your history, your behavior.
Yep.
That's why you get called out. That's why people know these troll accounts are you. That's it. So yeah, maybe it's our mentality because we're so familiar with the way that you act and the way that you behave. And we can also anticipate what your excuses will be when you get busted out. And it's always the same fucking bullshit. You try to make it out to be something innocent. But no one in their right mind would fucking do this over and over and over for years and years and years, talking in third person about themselves if they were just blocked. They would say, hey, it's me. I'm blocked. So what I have to add to this conversation is blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
But you can't do that.
Or how about just coming in and being like, hey, could you unblock my other account? You know, like, you have to come in and talk in the third person? Come on, Laura, stop.
Because you're so fucking desperate to grow your channel.
So you sit there and you fucking think that, hey, I guess everybody must think like this.
No, that's you.
You're right. As soon as a troll account starts giving Laura a little too much praise and somebody says, is that you, Laura? And then they point it out. Yes, everybody does think that it's you. Everybody does think that way.
It's just like it says, patterns, dude. It's a pattern of behavior. She's been busted out doing this shit before. So yes, Laura, we are inclined to think it's you because we've seen, you've been busted. I mean, I've showed this in my own videos about these troll accounts that Laura has made troll accounts before, talking in the third person, saying nasty things about people, and then later, you know, either got busted out by accident, like she busted herself out, or she, you know, somehow we were able to definitively tell it's her. So you think that we're crazy for thinking that Rachel or whatever the troll account name is now is you, but it's like, dude, you've been busted out doing this so many times. So like, could you blame us like that we think it's you? I mean, come on. You can't even slightly understand why we would think it's you. Hey, crazy Gemini.
And it bothers you because you're just not good at this.
So again, I don't need to fucking explain myself of why I might do something to you or anybody else because you can't keep your fucking mouth shut as to, okay, that sounds like Laura. I mean, do you like get off or something? Does it make you feel good? Do you cream or something to like, oh, that must be Laura. Laura, why are you talking? Like, does that get you off or something?
Yeah, she does do it on Reddit. She pretends that she's not her own candle company. And then she goes into like things and she says, oh my God, I bought a candle from this really amazing company. And da-da-da-da. And like on Reddit, you could see somebody's comment history. So it's like the dumbest place to do it. So she got busted out one time talking about how great her candles were, acting like she was a customer, and some random stranger on Reddit's like, yo, dude, that's your company. Why are you acting like it's not your company? Like, oh my God.
Does it make you wet?
Oh, you got everybody.
Yeah,
everybody
we're all wet.
sits around
We're saturated.
getting wet over the fact that they busted you out in a troll account. You are fucking gross.
Yeah.
See that kind of shit right there? That's also shit you say under troll accounts.
Yep.
That's how we know they're you.
100%.
You're the only one that gets off because you're sick and perverted.
Because other than that, I can't think of any other reason why you would feel the need to say it. Obviously, I have my fucking reasons. But again, I didn't need to fucking out them, but obviously I did.
For someone that owns their shit so much, you sure do have a problem with being called out and being forced into accountability.
Because some people are just so fucking stupid and so desperate that they have to call it out. They have to think.
No, you're the only one that's desperate.
Yeah.
You're desperately going around talking shit about people under troll accounts, but also at the same time, fluffing your own feathers, trying to build your channel. You are the only one that reeks of desperation. And when you bring these troll accounts around, you bring your stench around with them.
It's so true.
It's not that hard to understand.
Someone with a dry ass mouth should never say what.
But I can see for you, it's very frustrating, and it gets under your skin so fucking bad that people know it's you. And when I say people, I'll use your words. Everyone knows it's you, bitch.
Yeah.
So here's an idea. Stop going where you're not wanted, which is pretty much everywhere. If you have something to say, if you have lies to tell about people's children or their real lives, just strike up a live and do it on your own channel. Stop going around trolling and causing chaos in other communities and then trying to have your stupid little fucking TED Talks on your own channel telling people what they should and shouldn't do while you're the one that's out there doing the most, bitch.
Yeah, so true.
So just stay away from where you're not wanted. If you're blocked, it's for a reason. Go the fuck away, CPS caller.
Great point. Like, if I was blocked, like Laura is, she gets fucking blocked everywhere, dude, because she's such an asshole. I would just not go there. Like, I don't, you know, why do you have to go into these people's chats, dude? It's like kicking somebody's door down. Like, oh my God, man.
And, you know, I would expect something like that from Sunnyside. But Dawn Marie, maybe I expected a little more out of you. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
That's my mistake. I should have never expected more out of you.
You lost
I'm sure Dawn Marie is just crying right now because, you know, she disappointed Laura.
the right to expect anything out of your ex-Patreons or your ex-channel members when you fucking made a false CPS call.
But yeah, that's the reason I spoke in third person. So sorry if, you know, now you know the reason. And if Jones would stop fucking blocking me, I wouldn't have to.
Why don't you just leave Jones in the fuck alone, Laura? Why do you have to get your point across to her? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Oh my God. What is trying to, yes, what your child had to be asked about is fucked up. Yes, very K Kanuga. I know you're behind, so you'll probably hear me say this later, but.
Yes, Joneson, it's all your fault that you don't want a CPS caller around your channel. Joneson, please continue to keep blocking any troll account that someone says is her.
Yes.
Because then she'll just use another. And we'll just get to keep busting her out and make a big, huge fucking joke out of her.
Yeah, I really like that she's trolling in these chats, you know, because it's like, it just makes it more obvious that it's her, because it's like, or at least some of them are her, because it's like, Laura, what's the chances, again, that all these troll accounts are trolling people that you have issues with in all these different parts of YouTube? Like, come on.
I think you should keep blocking her.
But since she keeps blocking me because, I mean, she's got to keep her audience happy.
I think you wish that was the reason. I think you wish she didn't have morals and she really actually wanted to be your friend.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. It's obvious. That's why she keeps blocking you and she doesn't respond to you. You keep throwing these big, huge fucking fits about how you're blocked, and so you're forced to go on her channel and promote yourself in third person. You're a fucking weirdo, bitch. A huge CBS calling, real life going piece of shit. Almost everybody sees it.
Yes.
Except for the few.
Even those of us who don't get along, okay, and like don't talk, not get along. I'm saying, like, all right, me and Mandy aren't friends, but I agree with her in this situation, dude. You know, I mean, I'll always have a respect for Mandy because Mandy was probably one of the first fucking people. I knew Mandy before I even came on YouTube and started making videos. I met her on Facebook, actually, and I'll always have that respect for her that, you know, we were friends and we knew each other for a long time. You know how it is. You just always kind of have that respect for people. Yeah, we had our fucking little, you know, issues and shit in the past, but I'll always have that respect for her because she never really did anything fucking horrible to me, Mandy. We just, you know, we had words, okay? But I agree with her, you know, wholeheartedly on this because I know Mandy knows. I know Mandy's been around just as long as I have, and Mandy knows. She knows Laura's patterns and how Laura operates, just like I do, just like everybody in this chat does.
They don't really follow a lot, so you have them snowed over. They'll see eventually, too.
Yep. Yeah, they will.
And there's that.
I don't know where the fuck everyone is, but 38 people with 21,000 subscribers? Yeah, that's not cutting it. Sorry, not sorry. That is not cutting it.
Sorry, not sorry.
So I figure if I play 2 songs, more people come in, and we're still stagnant. So maybe I should put Brittany in my title.
No, you're fucking stagnant. You see how she always said that. She was always like, that right there just tells you that she's looking for subscribers because she knows that giving the girl Brittany attention and talking shit about her and putting her in your title is going to get you fucking subscribers. It's going to get people coming to your chat. You're going to get super chats. Laura fucking knows that, dude. Because she's all about the money and the numbers and all that shit. Like, I'll be damned if I go get involved in these fucking people's crazy drama just to get some fucking numbers in my chat. I don't give a fuck if there's 10 people sitting in here. I really fucking don't, dude. I am not gonna go get myself involved in more drama just to fucking get people in my chat because I just don't fucking care, dude, that much. I just don't. It ain't worth it to me.
Yeah, I said earlier, your channel.
Not inviting more fuckbags into my life and having problems with more people on the internet just for views and money. Like, it's just not worth it to me. Sorry.
Is slowly dying, and I wasn't lying. It's all right there. You're so upset because nobody wants to show up. You can change the title to whatever you want to, but the fact of the matter is, you're a CPS calling, trolling in third person, trolling your friends, your allies, your acquaintances, so that you can content poach, and people have already caught on to you. So, change your title. Pretend that you're going to go after someone. I can guarantee you, you might have more views, but you're still going to have the same, like, 4 to 6 people participating in the chat. Because those are the people that are scared to death to leave because you might fucking lie about them or go troll in other people's fucking chats as them to try to set them up and ruin their lives. So they'll just stay and maybe sort of kind of be around, but mostly even your own mods will run off and not be around when you need something from them.
And then I would get 1,000 people in here if I just bash Brittany. Kidding.
See? Kidding. No, you're not, Laura. Just like you were like, oh, I need to be friends with Barbie. I need to be friends with that person. I need to be friends with that person because you saw her giving all that money to MGL. Guess what? You said you were kidding, but you really weren't. You really weren't.
Well, kind of, but not really.
Watch out, Brittany. She's about to do the flop and start talking shit about you because she's kidding.
And now, I don't know if Mandy made this video. What was it? It says a day ago. I don't know. I gotta look, but she did the flop. She 100% did. It's the same pattern, dude.
Not really. Only kind of.
So I guess we're going to talk to myself for a minute.
Aw.
But I want to thank the assholes because some of the reason people think I'm this fucking troll account that I never was. So thank you, assholes, for that.
No, you are, and we've already all proven it. Everybody saw it. Everybody believes the proof. No one believes your bullshit, twisted fucking narrative.
She wanted me to have troll names instead of coming in under my own name. I was like, no thanks, I'm not stupid like you. And now, see, you saying that, Capone, just even proves more to me that she was the fucking troll, the clone accounts of you. Because she said I don't know if you were in here, because I didn't see you in here when I said it, because I was looking, but I saw you come in after. But she trolled Wog under Bad Wolf's name, which if she's friends with Bad Wolf, why was she cloning his account and using his name to troll Wog? So that tells me that she would do the same thing to you. And now you saying that she wanted you to have troll names instead of coming in under your own account is pretty funny. Pretty funny. I did this review, 728, just released it the other day because of the flop on Britney. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's old? Wow. So the video's old. You knew it was coming. We all knew it was coming, but I'm just saying, this is an old review that you did a while back, but you just put it up here because you knew Laura was going to do the flop, and here it is. Here it is. It happened.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. You guys are doing exactly what you wanted. Fucking lie to everybody, and then boom, people run with it. Fucking asshole.
I'm sorry you got busted and you can't take accountability.
You know, MB, you might as well remove your fucking post because you look like an idiot.
See, I was just sitting back, letting karma handle your dumbass, but nah, you just had to go and act like a fucking idiot. Now you forced me to step in and clean up this shit show myself. Congratulations, asshole. You just fucked up so bad that you've gone from it being a karma job to a me job. And trust
Laura.
me, that's the last fucking thing you want. You could have just shut the fuck up, minded your own goddamn business.
Wait a second, you have a Lego room? A whole room for Legos? Because my son would fucking lose his shit. He loves Legos. We were just at the Lego store the other day. And let me just say, Lego fucking makes some awesome shit, dude. They're expensive. They're super expensive. But some of the new, like, sets that they have out are fucking so cool, dude. I mean, they're just, like, they're awesome. If I had money, I would buy my son, like, everything. Because he loves Legos, dude. He loves them. And he builds them so quick. But fuck, I want a Lego room.
And let shit slide. But no, you had to go and be an asshole running your mouth. And now I gotta step in and show you what really happens when you mess with the wrong motherfucker. Karma might be patient, but I sure as fuck ain't. And now you're about to see what a real world ass kicking feels like. You thought karma was slow? Wait till you see how fast I can fuck up your day. So here I am, about to clean up the shits you created, and trust me, I'm gonna enjoy every single fucking second of tearing your ass apart and handing it back to you. You brought this on yourself, motherfucker. You thought karma was bad? Wait until I'm fucking done. Keep fucking shit up and spread chaos like a boss.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
But here's what gets me.
Anyway, all right, I gotta get off of here in like 2 seconds, but because I gotta go get my son. But yeah, that I had to play that because first of all, not only was it obviously so true, okay, but yeah, the Capone account was fucking disgusting. I think Laura had a little network of trolls going. That's my theory, okay? And I think that she, yeah. Those people are still using some of the troll accounts. Laura's some of the troll accounts. It makes perfect sense if you really think about it because they were all trolling people that Laura was having issues with, right? And in some cases, there was more than one account. There was like 3 of the same exact person, you know, John, Alicia. I mean, come on, Laura. Come on, dude. And now they're trolling in the community that Laura's obsessed with and like trying to fucking be a part of so desperately. And who knows that the other person who is operating some of those accounts might be trying to make it look like Laura to fuck with Laura because they're mad at Laura now. Okay? I do think that some of those accounts are Laura and some of them belong to one of her buddies. One of her buddies. You know how she always says buddies. So, yeah, I 100% believe that. She gets people to use the accounts and come into her chat to look like it's not her. Yeah, she asked me before. I I went in there. I was like, dude, this is so stupid. Like, why did I say yes to this? Like, it was so stupid. I didn't know, like, I'm like, I don't, first of all, I didn't know what she did under that troll account and like how she talked or anything like that. So I was like, I like typed a couple of things and then I just came in under my own account because I was like, this is so fucking stupid, Laura, really. It was like Wendy's something. I don't know if it's Wendy's Conscience or Wendy's Thunder Thighs or something. I forget the name of it. But I have it fucking somewhere. I know I do. But anyway, all right. I need to go. I gotta go fucking get my son. It was absolutely amazing talking to you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for those of you guys who gave me super chats. I do appreciate that. And I will be back this week. And if you watch that documentary on Netflix called Unknown Number, we'll talk about that. And yeah, that's it. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great rest of their afternoon. It was lovely talking to you guys again. And I will see you guys next time. All right, I'm out.